Hello, everyone. What is going on? My name is Timpedia, and welcome to the TNT Podcast, episode 53.
Episode 53.
Yeah.
As always, we are here to bring you whatever this is.
Whatever.
This
Oh,
message
God.
shit in the show notes.
On my right,
As always, it's Andrew, mostly known as Friedman. Or no, hold on. I've already ruined my own intro. I'm Friedman. Nice to meet you.
on
God.
my left,
Oh, gee. No, I don't know what to say. I'm Tyler. Just Tyler.
there you go. It's Tyler. There we
It's
go.
Tyler.
And we're here to bring you all the news that you don't really care about, but you're going to have to suffer through it anyway, so.
Once again,
Sucks.
echoing last week. You got Stockholm Syndrome. You're in it for the long haul now.
We're gonna jump right in so we can kind of blow through a bunch of Magic news real quick.
Yeah, so I can take a short nap.
There you go.
Power nap it real quick.
Yeah.
Got a whole bunch of small stuff. As we talked about last week, we are right in the middle of Commander spoilers. We are almost at the end of day 2 of the Commander 2018.
Day 1 was just the overview of archetypes, and they didn't show off the pictures of it, but all of the commanders leaked that day.
Yeah, it really sucks, actually. Tyler, you probably didn't hear about this.
No.
Literally the morning before they started officially previewing any cards. Someone, I saw one header on Reddit that claimed it was a Russian store, took pictures of all of the packaging, which shows the Planeswalker cards that head each deck,
Whoa.
and posted them on the subreddit right before official spoilers started, so we know what all 4 front-end commanders look like.
Those damn Russian hackers again.
Honestly, considering it was morning of, that's actually almost worse in my mind, because it means Wizards couldn't really compensate by, pivoting into doing it differently. They didn't have
Yeah,
time.
they already had the plan set.
They're just like, well, we're going to kind of preview everything as if we didn't see this Reddit thread.
Damn.
But honestly, Freeman, okay, we're going to just cover 2 topics with this real quick.
All right.
The 4 actual Planeswalker cards, just a general overview, and what we think of the 2 themes that have been spoiled so far. We had the Artifact Red-Blue deck, spoiled most of the unique cards. Apparently they're doing all the unique cards in one day per deck, and then on Friday we're going to get the whole thing. So what do you think of the 4 Planeswalker cards?
So here's the thing about the Planeswalker cards. All of them are very explicit. You play them and you accrue value. None of them are... I don't see a lot of them as being win cons. If I remember correctly, the Jun one destroys a couple things and gives you some small tokens. The enchantment one was what is it? It's like a flicker or something like that.
No,
what was it?
Oh no, the Bant one is return all your
it's return
all your non-auras and then auras to the battlefield.
Yeah, that one.
So.
There's a 4 mana effect that does that just without the return the auras. And the problem is, unless you're playing a bunch of enchantment creatures, which in Bant there aren't an amazing number of those, you're not returning things to equip your auras to. I don't know. It's not super amazing. The one that I don't know if it was the red-blue one, the one that just changes who owns what on the board. Or no,
that's
one.
the creepy Esper
Yeah, the
girl.
creepy Esper. Her ult is hilarious, and it's definitely for a specific type of player.
Oh
And
yeah.
I forget what the red-blue ultimate was.
Saheeli's ultimate, which is really cool, by the way. The fact that they brought Saheeli back with a new Planeswalker card with being your commander. Her ult is for every artifact you control, you get a token copy.
There you go. All right, so that one,
which is pretty
that
solid.
one actually can be a win con in the right deck, but I think, I don't know,
Yeah.
looking at all of them, I've definitely thought Saheeli was amazing just because of the whole affinity shit on her 2/+1. Definitely
Yeah,
a strong
buddy.
card, and I super like it. But the others were interesting, but none of them, jumped out at me as this is definitely the greatest shit possible. I like the
feel
value
like
on the Jund one, though, at least.
Yeah, I feel like for every single one, they really tried to lowball a little bit. They really didn't want a Teferi situation where there's some broken shit you can do. But honestly, if you think back, outside of Daretti and Teferi, a lot of the original Planeswalker Commander cards weren't amazing either. And I think part of it is because they are Planeswalkers, they are not creatures. They really don't want to... They know that they're going to be sitting in the command zone.
Yeah, you're always
so
going to
they kind of have to watch the power level even more than with regular Planeswalkers. because having access to all of these whenever you want. Planeswalkers are inherently tougher to kill than creatures in a lot of cases, so they really don't want to take them too far. But I think they should be commended for at least making them a little interesting. I actually didn't even read the fucking Bant one until just now while you were talking about it.
So the actual like recurring value on the Bat Commander is super cool. But I don't see it as being a win con. A lot of these are more enablers than anything else, which isn't a bad thing. Like, you look at a lot of the decks I play, like Sisay. Sisay's not a win con. Sisay's an enabler. No. So that strategy, can work.
Yeah. I think if I was ever going to build a red-blue artifact deck, I would probably put Joyra at the head, but then I'd throw Saheeli in it. But I have Breya, and Breya isn't changing that much.
Yeah,
that's part of the disappointing thing, actually, is I see some of these cards, and I'm like, these are really cool, but they really don't fit into fucking Breya.
Yeah. You might have to build a second deck.
I honestly might someday build a second artifact Izzet deck, but then I can't have an Izzet spell sling. Anyway, just to give my 2 cents, I think the Planeswalkers, like I said, were pretty lowballed in terms of power, but they're all interesting, and they all definitely play to the themes in weird ways too. Like the Esper girl who draws a card, but then you put one back on top, so you actually don't really get card advantage, but you can set up miracle plays, although you can't actually miracle because you draw with her ability.
Yeah.
And you can't do it at instant speed, so that's a really kind of weird, finicky one, but there's got to be some kind of stuff that lets you play with it. We're going to have to see the cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tyler, I'm actually trying to find the picture of this girl.
Super creepy. They posted the full art.
Here it is. Yep. Here's the exact... I'm sending it to the Discord.
While Tyler's looking, all I got to say about this set is I'm glad we don't have another case of... Shit, what's his name? The mono black walker from the last time I did.
Ob?
Yeah. He embodies everything super generic about black. Like, you can strip out each of his abilities, and it's just a mono black card that could be uncommon or, for some of them, rare. But with a lot of these, they did go unique with it, and I like that aspect of it. Whether they're powerful or not, these are very unique cards.
Yeah, none of these really represent Planeswalker setups that have been done before. And they all, honestly, looking at them, like, I just thought of this, looking at them all, they all do a good job of embodying their colors. None of them have abilities that seem to stick out like a sore thumb in terms of, why is this on this card? This doesn't make sense. All of these seem to really have been, designed with the colors they were going to be in mind, which I think is impressive. Because we've had times where Planeswalkers are like, is that really that? It's weird. But then just to pivot a little bit, so as we said, a bunch of the unique cards were spoiled for the artifact deck. Supposedly, we might be getting a few more Jund ones as we're recording this. I'll probably keep an eye on the subreddit, but as of right now, we don't have anything that I have not seen yet. But Freeman, what do you think of the unique artifact and Jund cards, just in general? Or that's what we'll save for the. That's kind of getting a little specific. What do you think of the new cards that we've been shown so far?
I don't think any of the new cards I've seen, I've looked out right and go, wow, that's a fucking stupid card. All the cards, I know exactly why they're printed and what kind of decks they're going for with them. I think a couple of them were super creative. Like, there was that new, it was like a 6-mana artifact that when it enters,
Coveted Jewel. I'm staring at it right now. I'm on Mythic.
What is it? Tap for 3 or something. Draw a card, and
so it's pay 6 for this artifact. When it enters, you draw 3 cards. Then you tap it to add 3 mana of any one color. But if anyone attacks you and you don't block them with a creature, or don't block all of the creatures attacking you, they steal the jewel and draw 3 cards.
Like Mega Monarch.
Yeah, it's like a Monarch artifact, which is really cool.
But I like these.
I would never play
cards
it.
That kind of change up the way you think about the game, or even stuff like there was one card that was a little controversial. They printed in red yesterday, where it's you enchant an enchantment.
Yeah, it's great. They finally figured out how to give red enchantment removal.
Yeah, it was by introducing Punisher mechanics. The thing that they hate putting on red because no one likes them, except now red likes them.
But it's the only way red can officially deal with it. It's the only way in Pi, really, that they could get away with it.
We'll see if they go further with it. But I know they usually kind of do the stuff in Commander sets, and that's about it. Exactly,
because it only affects Legacy and Vintage and not Modern. Yeah, Yeah, we were talking a little bit beforehand. We messaged a little today. I think the artifact cards and all the new cards, most of them are really interesting. We can talk about themes in a second, but I don't look at a single one of these cards. I don't want to run many of them, unfortunately, but they all seem really interesting. Like they've clearly tried to push the envelope of what they can do in Commander. Like I don't know if you saw this, Freeman, that there are cards that are basically Commander Storm cards.
Yeah, I saw. It was very interesting.
It's a really interesting. They all have Storm in the title, and they all trigger additional times based on how many times you've cast your commander in a given game, which is really clever design, because this is something obviously you could never do outside of a commander product, but it's cool because so often you play these with low CMC commanders, especially you cast them a bunch of times and they get killed, and then they're dead cards because they cost 1 billion mana. Well, here's a card that doesn't cost more, but if you're still late game, it's now really, really strong because you've cast your commander so many times. Yep. Yeah, the only thing, and we talked about this, and this is the one elephant in the room, the problem with the Jund deck, the Lands Matter deck,
At least a third of it doesn't matter for lands.
As of time of recording this, it looks like only about 5 new cards could conceivably be considered caring about lands. Which is a little disappointing.
Yeah, it's kind of shitty.
Supposedly we're supposed to get more. That's what we're getting today. Is the guy who led the design of the set said there's 3 more new cards coming today at some time. 2 of them are gonna care about lands, but they are not out yet. However, the cool thing, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Wizards deck.
Yeah, where it's kind of 3 decks mashed together and doesn't do any of the jobs quite right.
Yes. Because there's this Spider legendary that wants everyone to attack, and then there's the new Hydra legendary that wants you to attack and reanimate small creatures. Or reanimate creatures just in general, but...
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be one of those decks where it's just like, you've got to take it apart and rebuild it. It's not going to function amazingly.
You're going to buy it for pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll talk about all of this more over the weekend when we record our special Magic cast. But yeah, overall, I'm definitely excited to see more. And even though nothing has really grabbed me as something I desperately need yet, outside of a few things that are like maybe Brea or a new artifact deck someday, overall, I think the set is still living up to the fact that they designed really cool cards. Like I don't look at any of these many, I guess is a better way to put it. Many of these designs and be like, that's really dumb design and lazy. There is a lot of really cool space being pushed here, and that's exciting. 2 other minor pieces of Magic news. I'm sorry, Tyler.
Tyler, wake up. This one's cool.
This one actually affects you because it's D&D.
Oh shit! All right, here we go.
Leaked. What was it? Yesterday, Friedman?
Yeah, no, it was yesterday that it got leaked.
We had a leak. So Tyler, I don't know if you remember this, when there was a D&D supplemental product for Zendikar, where it was like an adventure taking place on Zendikar, the Magic plane.
Yes,
do you remember this at all?
I do.
Well, it was leaked that there is now one of those that is going to be taking place for the plane of Ravnica. And actually, my favorite artist did the art for the cover, which is really cool. But it's the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica, which is really cool. So, yay for more cross-pollination between D&D and Magic.
That's pretty cool. I'm surprised there hasn't been any, like, what's it called? I'm surprised there hasn't been, like, any modules or, like, short things, like a module or anything like that to have, like, pre-made characters from Magic the Gathering do like a raid on let's just say, what's his face, oh my god, what's his name? I thought of something cool that'd be kind of fun. Jace, there you go, Jace. Like Jace's like library, like, you know, you and a crew have to like
yeah, that'd be cool.
Or like, you know, you gotta do like a quest for Chandra or something like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do that
Yeah.
going forward. I know they've been trying to like cross pollinate a little bit, like with references in what was it, Unstable last year to D&D, but
Yeah.
I think going forward they're definitely more open to crossovers. With
I
their
mean,
own
clearly
stuff.
that Zendikar book must have done well because they're selling this Ravnica book
Yeah.
now. And I think the other one was kind of an adventure, like a self-contained adventure, but Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica makes it sound a little bit more like a resource book. Like if you wanted to run your own games on Ravnica in D&D universe, kind of here's how we recommend it sort of thing. Like almost like a Dungeon Master's handbook to Ravnica instead of just here's an adventure to go on.
I think that's what it was. Like they had like monster stats and whatnot.
Yeah, that's really cool. And then the final thing was just really crazy. We talked a while ago about how for the 25th anniversary of Magic, there's these special drafts happening this year where they're drafting really, really old sets like Beta, as in the second set ever.
The oldies.
And the second one of these took place at GP, I think it's Chiba. It's this Grand Prix in China. One took place, and someone actually opened a Black Lotus.
Damn.
During the draft, and you can imagine that whoever got that feels pretty good because that's a straight out of the pack 25 years later Black Lotus. And of course the official commentators weren't allowed to comment on value because you're not allowed to, if you're working for Wizards, you're not allowed to talk about how valuable cards are. But
My God, it's like
you can imagine that card is probably already worth at least $20,000 for that guy.
That value.
Yeah, good on him. All right, we're going to finally stop talking about Magic and switch over to my nap time because it's time for the over.
No, stay woke. You're an overdanker too.
Yeah.
No, I played the one time when we didn't have good internet.
And we're going to play again.
Yeah, we are going to play again.
Tell Luigi to fix his fucking internet.
Podcast cancel. We're going to play Quick Play real quick and then we'll come back to the podcast.
Quick Play, fucking... Yeah.
And we're back from Quick Play. That was a really short match. All right, let's get into Overdank news. So I saw the official talk of this one going back a couple weeks ago, but they were the developers were talking about specifically Torbjorn. For anyone who doesn't play Overwatch, he is the turret building character. Formerly one of two turret building characters. The other one's Symmetra, who's gone through her second rework pretty recently. They changed her turret ability, so now it's a projectile. You shoot the turret, and then when it hits a wall somewhere, that's where it's deployed. And it was kind of in response to the fact that once you set the turrets, if they get destroyed, it's really hard to set them up again in combat. And it kind of lends to the fact that Overwatch is becoming a faster game with each new character released. And because of that, Torbjorn became an issue where there's a huge difference between having your turret deployed as Torbjorn and not having your turret deployed. And while you're in the process of deploying it, you are actually useless because you're trying to get your turret to stop being useless and start being useful, and you're not doing anything in the meantime.
Right.
So part of his patch is to rework how his turret works. You no longer have to upgrade it. When it's deployed, it's just the best state it's going to be in. And it's not limited to where you are. You can throw the turret. And I think it's about the same way it works where you throw his armor patch. You can throw it like 50 miles away as long as you angle it right. But there's not a lot of precision there. But the point is, this is kind of dealing with the fact that Overwatch is nowhere near as slow as it used to be. Everyone's got movement skills. Everyone's moving around. No one has time to build.
So much movement.
And it's honestly, I don't like it. I think it's a sign of, bad developments. Not everyone needs a movement skill. Not everyone should be high mobility.
Well, that's the weird thing too.
Playing a character who can't get away. Like, no one will shut up how Anna sucks because she doesn't have a movement skill. I'm like, well, then she should be better then. Like, if we're gonna bounce on the fact that everyone can move 1,000,000 miles an hour, a slow character should be good where they are.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What I don't get, right? Because everybody and their mother, including Blizzard, they're like, "Yo, we don't want this dive comp shit." Right? But literally almost every hero and every adjustment that they've put in so far has all been geared towards mobility.
Yes.
Everything, they've won against what they said, essentially. Like even Hanzo, he's not even stationary anymore. Like he's got like an extra dash move, and he's
Well, he
he's
already
got
had
all
his
this
climb,
stuff.
which was pretty good, but the dash is just like, fuck you. Here's another
Yeah.
character who didn't need mobility that we're just tacking on.
Junkrat's like extra mine, which I'm sure that was only for mobility's sake.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Like you don't see anyone else, um, you know, what's it called? That's for that. Yeah, I don't, and that kind of brings me.
The next thing we were going to talk about.
I was gonna say,
Go ahead.
fucking Hammond, aka Wrecking Ball.
Hamtaro. I think he's available now in the real game.
Yeah, he is available. I got the opportunity to. I didn't get a chance to play him in QP, but quick play. I mean, but I got to try him out in the test zone, the training area.
Yeah.
And goddamn, like, it's ridiculous.
It's stupid.
Like
it's really stupid.
Look at this motherfucker, and right, you see this fat lunkering thing. He like in his ball mode without any momentum, he goes faster than Lucio.
It's stupid. Lucio's supposed to be the fastest character.
He's supposed to be next to Tracer.
When he's charging or some shit.
Yeah, and he only gets faster. Like if he grabs onto something, or if he swings like from somewhere above him like a wrecking ball, he gets even faster.
Okay, so I'm a fan of having special use movement skills to make you go faster. Like Diva, when she's on her own, she's pretty slow, but she's got that boost, and knowing when to use the boost is great. But Hammond's not slow a lot of the time. He can just be fast when he wants. He just has he just balls up.
He just balls up. Yeah, like and it doesn't have a cooldown either. He does it whenever the fuck he wants.
Like there's got to be a risk to using this boost when you don't need to, and he doesn't have that. He's just fast because he is.
Like there are some decent counters. See, you want to play fair against him, but his fucking guns need to be nerfed. They're essentially, they feel like the guns when Bastion had his like before the nerf.
Oh, okay. Are you talking about his regular gun or the?
Yeah, his regular gun, not his transformed gun.
Yeah. The one that was sort of like Soldier, but with.
Yeah, exactly. That fucking it focused like a laser.
Yeah,
that's how Hammond's guns feel, and they need to be nerfed.
Yeah, I remember when they first showed off Orisa, I was concerned about tanks doing long range damage, and thankfully with Orisa they dealt with it with the fact that she wasn't hit scan, her projectiles moved super slow.
Yes.
So it was really easy to avoid her, but with Hammond, he doesn't really have that problem. He's just
he points and clicks and he does damage, guaranteed.
It's shitty. I don't like him.
I'm
salty.
I kind of like him. He needs to be nerfed a little bit. He needs to change.
That's not that I don't like him as a character. I don't like the role he's trying to fill. He's 100% reinforcing that dive is the way to play this game.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. Like that's what I'm kind of like. I like Blizzard. I always like what they're doing, but I think what I don't like is that they said one thing. They said, "Oh, this is not what we want the game to be," when they're reinforcing it. Like I could be wrong. Listeners, if you think like this is the kind of game it should be, by all means tell me.
And let us know how you feel in the comments. Like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell.
Hit that bell button so you hear about this first.
Yeah,
Dear God, this is the worst part of every podcast I listen
to. Literally, was it? I think I've listened to it.
It's okay when we do it.
One of my podcasts, literally, the guy says, "Smash that like button," and
smash that like button.
Detroit, smash that motherfucking like button.
Hell yeah, nigga. God damn it.
Just keep going.
We killed our momentum here.
We killed our Hammond momentum.
Yeah, right?
Keep complaining about Hamtaro.
Not like, I don't know, like he's kind of cool, but like Freeman said, like it's reinforcing that thing that I'm not really a fan of. Also, fucking all motherfuckers do. They do this thing, right? What? In some maps as Hamtaro, they grapple on, what was it? I think it was Nepal. They have a couple maps. But there's one where they have the point in the center, and it's like a shrine, and all this, and there's a pillar, right?
Grapple up to the roof or something.
That pillar in the very center, Freeman.
Yeah.
So someone, actually both Hammonds, because everybody's got to play fucking Hammond. They grapple to the pillar and they constantly swing around and they don't stop. And it's like a pair of two fucking balls just spinning around. It's the most ridiculous thing.
My God.
Didn't one of you show me Freeman, or did you show me a video and we saw you guys or something? I feel like I saw a video of this guy doing the loop-de-loop around this pillar in the middle of a map.
I sent you a video when they first showed off gameplay of
Yeah, that's what it was.
It was that kind of thing, but like, God, fuck this.
There was nothing
all I can say is thankfully, I should probably be able to play Brigitte without being contested in quick play now, because everyone's going to be jumping at the Hamtaro.
What I did enjoy though, that was the most satisfying. I was whapping the shit out of this fucking Hamtaro as Brigitte on Nepal, and the other map that has the square in the middle and then it has the ledge to one side. Yeah, he tried to ball away to get away from me. I fucking shifted his ass, and he balled off the edge. He just rolled off. I was like, "Get fucking wrecked, nerd." Fucking that, and I was like, that's why this hero is flawed, at least on this level.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can move on though. That's all.
Move on to other nerds.
On to more rage. More rage.
We already talked about this on Saturday when you were here, Tyler, and I'm already tired of this.
I'm tired of it too, but the world.
Did you guys sign the petition?
Oh, I didn't know there was a petition.
No, I didn't sign it. I've just been keeping up with the news.
It hit the front page of Reddit on Sunday, and I signed it.
Oh shit! Well, I'm gonna sign it. Yeah.
I don't know. The success rate on petitions I've signed so far is a fat 0%.
Oh, I know it's low. Freeman, look, I recognize the petitions literally mean nothing, but this is the second one I've ever signed because I at least sign them when I care enough to. Even if it doesn't mean anything, I'll still only sign one when I actually give a shit. So, you guys probably can guess what we're talking about, but as of what was it, Saturday it got announced?
Yeah, something like that. Saturday or Friday.
During San Diego Comic-Con, which we're going to talk about next, all of a sudden, Disney announces James Gunn, director of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, has been fired because some old tweets of his were being called out by supposedly, I honestly didn't even look into it, but apparently it's like an alt-far-right thing. Some people were complaining about these old jokes he made back in like the 90s on Twitter or something.
The 90s on Twitter.
I don't even know. I don't even care.
It was like a range from
10 years ago. This was like...
It was about 10 years ago. Yeah.
Irrelevant. Same thing with this Did you guys hear about this Dan Harmon thing that happened yesterday?
No, we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
We will. It's only because it's basically the same thing. But anyway, so yeah, James Gunn got fired by Disney for these old tweets that apparently offended a few people, and Disney was like, "Up, we can't be in any of this. Goodbye, James Gunn." Which
is absolute horseshit. Because my first thing is, if he was like Disney knew that he was like this in the past, had to have known. You're telling me all this money that they dumped into this motherfucker to make multi-million-dollar movies, all for them to say, like, while in production of the third movie, oh, you can't be in here because of some offensive tweets.
He had already tweeted out a picture. Someone posted it in like one of the Reddit threads after this happened. He had already tweeted a picture of the script printed for Guardians 3. So you know that movie's already chugging along. Like, fuck. And everybody has come out in support of him and how ridiculous this is.
Everyone. The whole cast. The whole cast.
I actually
has come out. Like Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana.
What's his name? Batista, what's his face? He is strongly in support of him, and he's just like actively tweeting about it.
I had signed the petition when it hit 70,000 people. It is at 277,500 people, and it is still going up while I'm watching it. It's like every few seconds there's another person signing this petition.
Also, you could tell that the tweets, like, he said some tweets like one of them was, "Oh, just saw the Expendables. It was so manly. I fucked the boy next to me." It's like you could tell that, like, he was.
That's a dumb joke.
It's a dumb joke. It wasn't funny, and like you could tell that it was like stupid. right? But like everybody's like, oh no, that's an admission that he fucked a 10-year-old. It's like, for real? Are you for real right now?
It's
like, you can't be fucking
horrifyingly
serious.
stupid.
It just fucking
Like,
baffles me.
It's a little scary that something like this can just totally like this isn't like some Me Too thing, like some big thing like Weinstein or Kevin Spacey or something. This is some old jokes on Twitter. Like, this is clearly a sign that the line is kind of moving a little too fucking hard.
Yeah, and you know what? I want to go back. I want to see some incriminating shit from the Disney executives. I want to see that. And you know what? I bet.
Oh, come
I bet
on. That got
find it.
scrubbed forever ago.
Yeah, right.
See, that's
He was
the thing
probably
about these
no.
guys.
Apparently, it's
They don't live in the era we do, where
Right.
everything we said 10 years ago is immortalized on the internet, and that's dangerous. Everyone used to have shitty thoughts all the time, except our generations. They're posted for anyone to review whenever they want.
Just fucking. This is just infuriating, and I swear to God, like me and Tim were talking about this. Tim, you said it the best. Like, if Guardians 3 is bad because of this, I'm not supporting another Guardians movie ever again. Like actually, this got me. This got me on a soul level.
It's really depressing. I used the exact words when we saw you for those 2 hours on Saturday. I love Chris Pratt. He's one of my favorite actors. He's not enough to overcome this to go see the movie. Guardians 2 has problems. Guardians 1 still is probably a better movie, but they are some of the most fun movies in the whole cinematic universe. And like, especially considering what happened in fucking Infinity War, what is the next Guardians going to look like? And you're telling me now that you're going to fire James Gunn and try to rebuild this whole movie?
Right.
Are you serious? It's like saying, like, oh, is Taika Waititi doing anything else right now? I honestly don't know. It's like if he was going to be doing the next Thor movie. I don't even know. Well, I know he's working on something, but I know he's not. I know he's working on a non-Marvel movie. I just mean if he's working on another Marvel thing. Even if he doesn't, though, like it's just like it's like saying Jon Favreau was going to get fired before he made Iron Man 2. Even though that movie wasn't that good, it's still definitely an Iron Man movie. Like, it's not worth talking about anymore.
It's just too much rage.
It's one of those ridiculous corporate decisions that has happened in recent times, unfortunately. And I mean, yeah, 3 days ago is when the petition. 4 days ago, the petition started on Saturday, and it hit 20,000 on Sunday, and it already hit. It looks like it might hit 300,000 today, if not tomorrow.
Should have never even.
That's a lot of signatures.
Point.
The thing about Dan Harmon, since it's related,
Right.
I was going to say, is just today, yesterday, Dan Harmon deleted his Twitter account because someone dragged up an old pilot he did for a comedy show where it was a Dexter spoof, where instead of murdering criminals, he would sexually assault them as kids to get them to stop crimes. Because the idea, I guess the point of the show, I think this is what I somehow got from the one article I read, but the idea was Dexter was so ridiculous where you punish crime by committing just as serious of crimes. Well, you punish pedophiles by assaulting them.
Hey, wait, he stole this idea. So there was a famous Japanese series that had an entire anime and 8 live-action movies.
Oh, dear God.
Called Rape Man Forever. And the plot of this was this superhero vigilante would catch female supervillains, and his way of justice.
Oh my
God!
No, I've heard of this.
Yes, this is a real thing.
I've heard of this. Yes,
it's called Rape Man Forever, and this is.
It's so weird.
It sounds vaguely like what Dan Harmon wrote.
Either way, apparently this resurfaced, and Dan Harmon has apologized, but he deleted his Twitter account. Fucking pathetic.
All right.
In more uplifting news, guess what? One of those commander cards got spoiled while we were talking, like I said it would.
How shitty is it?
It is the Crash of Rhino Beetles.
What?
It is a 4 and a green insect creature with trample. It's a 5/5. If you have 10 or more lands, it gets +10/+10.
What the actual fuck?
Oh, actually, it's a beast, not an insect. Lands matter.
Oh, God.
Anyway, moving on to Comic-Con.
Let's talk about some
Speaking of
shit
Comic-Con
and
and
some
magic,
not
those
shit
fucking...
and
Let's
some
talk
stuff
about a
in
lot of
between.
shit.
Tyler, I showed you those magic promos for Comic-Con when we were at Cracker
Yes.
Barrel. You know how those were pretty.
Those were really nice looking. I won't lie.
Just to bridge the topic, since I jumped in with that. But yeah, basically we're just going to talk about a whole bunch of... There's not a lot of news per se, only because we're going to be talking about the trailers that came out with basically everything we cared about. Because everything that had an announcement had a trailer too.
Yeah.
So we're just going to pop through a bunch of these. Some of these we all, or at least one of us has watched all of these trailers, if not all of us, I believe. We'll just work our way through the list. Tyler, you watched this. I don't know if Freeman, you watched
I
this.
didn't watch the first two.
Aquaman. Yeah, I saw Aquaman. My impression of this was that it was basically Black Panther. Well, you watch the trailer. It shows Aquaman. They reveal that he's a half human, half Atlantean, which I don't think that's his backstory. I don't think at all. But
I thought he was just an Atlantean.
that's what I thought.
But they just are human-like.
Yeah, right. And so it involves like, oh hey, your half brother's a douchebag. Go challenge him for the crown. And then they go down
boy.
like, into Atlantis, and it's like this advanced civilization that was
Of
hidden
course it
away.
fucking
I'm
is.
like, God damn it.
Oh my
It's
god, that's
literally
Black Panther. Dude, that poster for Aquaman with all the fish behind him kind of looks hysterical.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, the action looks cool. I'm always a fan of Jason Momoa, but
he seems like a baller.
yeah, but I'm like, I'm really not in the mood to see the same movie that I had already seen this year.
Especially in the DC universe.
Yeah, I feel like DC Universe is trying too hard. And
Oh, they're way too
I'm gonna
hard.
put the third thing at the bottom. Well, not at the bottom, but like past this.
Oh, let's end on it.
Oh, we could. You know what? That's even better. Let's end on it.
Let's end on it. Yeah,
Let's
end
end on
the
something
the
decent.
sickest. Yeah. But then sticking on the DC train, Freeman, you said you didn't see this one. I watched this one, most of
Yeah,
it, just before we
I watched
started. The
it too.
Shazam trailer.
Man, I thought it was goofy as hell.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
try
this
and
looks
quickly
like,
watch a couple clips of this.
It kind of looks like almost like... This is gonna sound weird. It has like a Homecoming vibe.
You know,
what I'm saying, Tyler?
I can kind of see that.
It's like, look at the kids in the streets kind of learning how to deal. Like, Shazam has godlike powers. He's like a Superman level guy,
Yeah.
but it's his friend who's disabled, and he's got a camcorder, watching them try to do test runs with him. Oh, how are you able to fly? How's your strength? Like, and I'm just a kid messing around with my powers. It seems like if you gave Spider-Man steroids and like no
Somewhere around,
guardian.
Yeah, and no RDJ to like guide him through being a hero.
I mean, it's in the DC universe. Someone will probably show up and be like, "Hey, I'm Batman. I'm Bruce."
Someone's probably gonna show up and probably teach him a
this.
few things, but
Or Superman will be like, "I sensed another guy take a bullet and have it bounce off of him. I gotta check."
God damn it. I wouldn't be surprised if Wonder Woman showed up, only because like he has like a bunch of like the whole idea with Shazam, like he has like the wisdom of like Athena and like the strength of Hercules or some shit like that. And
I mean, the trailer just shows creepy guy in a cave.
yeah, it's fucking, I don't know.
Because of course, we're trying to rip off Marvel, so as soon as the guy says, "Say my name to take my power," he's like, "What's your name?" Shazam.
All right, listen.
That's your name.
Listen.
I just skimmed through it.
Listen.
I think it looks pretty funny.
Listen. That's how he gets his power, right? Every time, you can't blame him for that.
No. I know that's how he gets his power. He says Shazam.
Yeah, he says Shazam, and then he fucking, And I get it. Like the kid is like a kid, but he's also supposed to have like I said, the wisdom and the strength of all these other guys, and like he doesn't act like it. I mean, they might explain it in the movie.
He has to grow into his
But
responsibilities
man,
and power.
like I don't know if I'm for this movie, to be honest. It looks a little too
Also,
goofy.
making a Game of Thrones reference directly in the trailer threw me out of it completely.
That's fair.
Even though the kid was Freeman, I don't know if you caught that one when you were skimming. He gets adopted by another, or he's like got a foster home, and the kid living there already makes a joke about it's some real Game of Thrones shit here.
Yep.
And then he's like, nah, it's fine. It's a great house. And it's like, then why the fuck did you say Game of Thrones? Really? Is that the reference you're going to go for? Oh, my fuck. Whatever.
Gotta remind people that it's the current year.
Let's go from the fun thing to the two edgiest things ever.
It gets worse.
Produced by
humans.
It
just gets worse down this shit slide. I swear to God.
Because we talked about the second one of these two together things.
Yeah, we did
on Saturday when you were here. No, on Saturday when I saw Tyler.
When I was in Ohio.
The second thing here had.
I keep forgetting you guys saw each other this weekend.
Yeah.
Literally 2 hours of intersection where we went to the mall and then had Cracker Barrel for dinner and then said bye.
It was pretty nice though. It was pretty dope.
It was pretty good. We saved Tyler from his family for 2 hours. So
yeah. And then all just to watch Val go into the void. That is fucking
my god,
pop
she bought
figures.
6 pop figures at Hot Topic, Friedman. It was the worst thing ever.
Fuck those things.
We tried to stop her.
Yeah, we tried to stop.
No, she brought 5, so not 6. Voltron she got in the mail.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, sorry.
How many does she have?
Let's talk about...
Is that where she got the water bottle?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I believe the count is currently 13.
Jesus Christ almighty.
14? I'm looking behind me and remembering there's 6 downstairs. I think there's...
I own 3 and it's 3
Anyway.
too many.
Anyway.
Look, speaking of Hot Topic, let's talk about Teen Titans Edgelord fuck Batman.
Here we fucking go. This was...
Fuck Batman.
Fuck Batman. That was the ringing...
Do we even need to say anything else?
Yeah, so, but I mean, we should clarify. So the trailer came out.
Do we?
Along with everything else. Well, yeah, because
we're talking about Teen Titans. For anyone who doesn't know,
Teen Titans.
No, it's not Teen Titans. It's not Teen
just
Titans. It's just Titans.
It's just Titans that are all teenaged.
Because don't forget, there's also the Teen Titans animated movie that makes Deadpool jokes coming out later this year.
Go to the movies.
Teen Titans go to the movies.
This is worse than Pokemon Go to the polls.
Actually, the shittiest.
This is the show that's supposed to get everyone to start using DC's streaming service later this year.
And man, it's shit. Well, they did
Holy
announce
crap.
Young Justice season 3, which everybody's hyped about.
I don't give a fuck.
But this
Justice
shit
is actually good. This
shit though.
I'm sure it is.
Oh my god, it's got Robin killing people in the trailer, like shooting people. And he's like, "Fuck Batman." And I'm like, okay.
He literally like stabs a guy in the throat and with blood on his face says "fuck Batman."
Yeah, and he shoots people. Raven
crawling in my
crawling. Like he seems more edgy than Raven, and Raven's just like this
so
much girl. Yeah, Raven's
like, I'm scared of my dark powers, and Robin's like, fucking powers.
I am my own monster. It's like, what the fuck, Robin? And then you got Starfire, who's like a fucking hooker. She's a lady of the night. I'm like, what the fuck?
I didn't want to say anything, but I was hoping this trailer would make Starfire...
We're not allowed to say that, but Tyler's allowed to say that.
I was hoping this trailer would make Starfire look better than she looked in the original leaked promotional images.
Oh, no! They kept the outfit.
Holy crap, this trailer did not do the outfit any justice, and she
absolutely not. And she's supposed to
be and the glowing hair makes it worse.
I thought
it doesn't look good.
I was hoping the special effect would carry it, but it really just doesn't blend well in the slightest.
It looks terrible.
It looks bad. It looks bad.
It's funny.
And you know what? To anyone who wants to challenge me, and because that was a thing, when it first got leaked. Oh, everybody just is hating her because she's black. No, put a white woman, an Asian woman, like Indian. It looks bad. It just looks terrible. The outfit looks terrible. The effects look terrible.
Look, it can all be summed up by 2 things: fuck Batman, but also the end of the trailer. We were rewriting it as I fucking watched it for the first time. And Raven's like, "Oh, my mom told me not that monsters don't exist," and Robin's like, Yeah, or what is he? What's the
I
fucking line?
forget.
And then I added.
That's
onto
why
it.
I was.
Robin's like,
I used to believe in
yeah, I
monsters.
used to think the same thing. And no, he's like, I used to think there weren't monsters too. And I just wanted to add, until I became a monster.
Fucking God.
But for real, that's the vibe they're giving, and I'm like, no one wants to see this.
Like, I just want to see Robin turn to Raven in that scene and just start slitting his own wrists right in front of her instead of driving the fucking car because it's that goddamn. Literally. And Raven's like, dude, maybe you should tone down the emo a little bit.
Dude, are you gonna be okay?
She just hugs him and she's like, you looked like you needed one of those right now.
My God.
Oh, it's so bad. But let's keep going with the
even more shit. It's more shit.
I didn't even
The
hear
worse
about
you
this
go
one
down
before
this
reading
shit
this.
slide, the more shit you're gonna get on your back.
Now, you and Val watched this show, Tyler. I did not.
We did. I watched the reboot of Buffy the Vampire Slayer is a thing. And Joss Whedon is coming back to produce it. So there's a little faith there. But the biggest thing, I guess, I don't know like the finer details. The only thing that people said is like, oh, the Buffy is gonna be black, like actual Buffy. And Val and I were talking about it, and we're like, yo, if they wanted to go for like a black Buffy, why didn't they just go and do like a prequel series? So in the show, I'm just gonna have some spoilers, but it's not like a major spoiler. Because the viewers learn early on that the Slayer mantle is passed down like to a random person after the last one dies.
Wow, way to
And-
fucking spoil that.
Yeah, right. So later on in the show, you find out who the last Slayer was before Buffy, right? And we find out like she's African American and whatnot, blah blah blah. Like it really wasn't that big of a deal her race. But when they came out with this, I'm like, yo, why didn't they just do that? That would have been so much cooler. Because that person had a good backstory, and they could have segued into the new season. Or not the new season, but like the actual Buffy the Vampire Slayer like show.
Yeah.
I feel like a reboot is like, I don't know. I feel like they want to get new people into the show. But at the same time, I feel like the only people who are going to watch this show are the people who watched the original show. That's just my opinion.
I mean, that's the big reboot problem. Like, this has to be good enough that people who didn't see the original will want to watch this.
Mm-hmm.
And unless you can market it that way.
I mean, I'm sure. I have to imagine that people have watched Buffy over the years enough that there will be some kind of audience of people who didn't get to watch the old one when it was new.
Yeah.
Who are going to be happy that they can watch a new Buffy.
Like me, like I am. But like, I don't know, like, because like also Joss Whedon, he's not directing. He's only producing, and producing doesn't mean
you're less hands-on.
Yeah, like they probably just use he's producing. Normally that means like, oh, he's pretty much throwing his name in there, right? And he might have some credit. And the only thing he's gonna have credit for is producing. It all comes down to who's running the show, who the showrunner is, and who the director is. And I don't know who the director is, but I don't know. I might give it a shot. Depends on the reviews. I might not just jump into it.
Yeah.
We'll see. Onto not a reboot, but a continuation, right, Tim? Is that what this is? This new Clone Wars?
Yeah, this is just another final season added on to the end of the show. They announced during a Star Wars panel or something that the Clone Wars television show, animated show is coming back for one more season. Honestly, most of the Reddit comments I saw said, why is this happening after Rebels already ended? Yay, Ahsoka's back, and why are they doing this? Because honestly, it seemed like it ended fine, but...
Money.
I don't know. Maybe they don't have any ideas for a new show. I don't really care. I honestly, people have been telling me for actual years to give this show a shot. I just can't, like... Is it wrong of me to say it's so impossibly difficult? I hate even going for things where people like you have to get through the first few hours. I don't want to watch 3 seasons of this fucking show just to get to the good stuff. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a chance eventually because people keep bugging me about it. Every time I mention it in like a video, oh, Tim, why aren't you doing it? Tim, you should. You should just give it a chance. It's good, I promise.
Man.
But I don't want
Yeah,
to.
if you're not that into it, it's like, what's the point?
Look, I'm excited for people who said it's a good show and are excited about it because I know that Ahsoka Tano is like the greatest thing that ever happened to animated Star Wars. Because everyone's got such a hard-on for her, apparently, but whatever. I still, it's literally so ingrained in me that it's ridiculous that Anakin Scott, I'm so still in the old stuff that it seems insane to me that Anakin has a learner, ever. That's still so ingrained in me from the old Clone Wars stuff that I read that it just seems so impossible that it's really, really, really difficult for me to get over that and actually watch this.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never really had an interest in watching it either. I don't know. It seems like some extra stuff that I didn't care about. Especially the main character. I'm like, I've never really seen her in anything else. She's obviously dead though, at some point, and I don't really care how she's gonna die either. But whatever.
Mm-hmm. Well, she already probably died in Rebels. Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's probably already dead in Rebels or something. I don't know.
She's dead somewhere.
I don't actually know. I'm just guessing. I don't. Like I said, honestly, I don't really think about it.
Ahsoka is Snoke. All right, that's what the deal is.
We don't talk about him anymore.
I hope people enjoy this show and are excited. I physically can't make myself really care.
Right.
I'm more surprised they didn't announce any more stuff. I'm more depressed because we're still not getting any word on video games. I know it's not for Comic-Con, but if you're gonna have a big Star Wars panel, I don't fucking know. Whatever.
Fucking shit.
Let's just talk about something exciting before we move on to the weeb shit. Although this is the perfect transition as well because we're talking about Japan anyway.
Hell yeah.
I've talked on here before a bunch of times about how my policy is don't watch trailers about things I know I'm going to watch, but I could not contain my excitement to watch footage of the new Godzilla movie, and I just rewatched it before we started recording this, and man, oh man, am I pumped for this new Godzilla.
It looks pretty cool. It looks really good.
It looks like there's so much monster action in it that it's just going to blow your fucking mind.
I remember a couple weeks ago watching the Smash trailer and that line, "Everyone is here," came up. But I was surprised to not see it on this trailer because everyone was here.
Everyone.
I mean, all the big players that matter are here. Fucking, we got Godzilla showing up with the military at his back with his roar, which was awesome. We have Rodan, who looks like kind of like he's popping out of a volcano. Mothra looks actual
cool
Mothra, not larva
fuck.
form. Larva form still looks lame, but
The wings.
Freeman, you watched the trailer, yeah. When Mothra opens her wings in the waterfall, just for like 3 seconds, that's gorgeous. And then just the shot of Ghidorah in the clouds. That's what did I say? It was A+ or spicy.
I don't understand. Is this just the story of all of them killing the Earth or something? Like, how is
that's the one we were talking about it before you got on. The only complaint I have is it seems like we're going with another one of the humans are so evil. They are destroying the planet Earth, and the Titans must fight the humans and destroy them to save the planet.
I like this voice.
It's like, do we need another? Yeah, really. I was really puffing up my lips a lot when I was doing that voice.
Jesus Christ.
It's so. Thank God I have a pop filter. Just really disappointing that that's the thread might take. Yeah, the thread they might take. But I mean, I'll endure whatever dumb political bullshit you want to spout if you're gonna show me Godzilla fucking ripping off one of Ghidorah's heads or something like that. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'll watch whatever you want. Like, the Toho Godzilla movies are really cool. Like, they'll never be replaceable. But I'm pretty sure for most of our lives, anyone who's given a shit about Godzilla has wanted to see a throwdown with like modern CGI.
Yeah, this is a dream
Especially
come
after
true
the
for a lot of
disappointment
people.
that was, especially after the disappointment of the original American Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
Like, and it was, I think this movie is going to vindicate the first movie a lot because they really were delicate about how much monster was in the first Godzilla movie. And now I feel like they're kind of taking the training wheels off, and they're really going to hit the monster thing, and it'll feel a lot better because we got the solid introduction to like we're not going to have another shot probably that's as impactful as the airport scene. I was Tyler, I mentioned this again to you before Freeman got on. Like, there's 3 of the most amazing shots in any Godzilla thing in history in that whole first movie. When he stomps at the airport and you just see the pan as the chorus gets louder and louder, and it just silence on his face, and then the roar for the first time. And then the second time is when they're in the smoke, when the army guys are in the... Actually, no. The army guys with the helmets on when they're falling into the city. When they're doing the halo jump.
Oh, yeah.
With the flares on their feet. That was fucking radical.
That was a cool scene.
But in terms of just Godzilla, and then when you have him leaning out, like you see him in the cloud, and then he kind of steps to the right, and then he leans into frame, and he just roars, and just when you think it's going to stop, you hear him like plug in another lung or something, and it gets even louder and more in your face, and it's just... I'm pretty sure when I saw that in theaters, I could feel my hair being blown back by the force of that fucking roar. Like, you could feel that.
Damn.
And then finally at the end when he just grabs the guy, I mean...
Fucking... What was it called? What was that monster?
The Mudo.
The Mudo, yeah.
The Jawbreaker.
That was amazing.
One of the coolest, like, the whole movie. I would have paid $15 to go
just
see
to see
that on the big
last
screen.
Part.
Yeah, who cares? He breathes down the guy's throat, and it's so hot and forceful, it burns off his neck, and the head and the body falls away while he's just holding the head. Like, what the fuck?
Great.
That was so awesome. So I'm just excited.
I mean, I don't blame you. This
posted it on Facebook
amazing.
about how, yeah, I'm gonna see this in theaters. Absolutely. I would love to pull another see this with my dad like I did with Sicario, or see it with you guys like I would have done with Sicario if we'd had time. Actually, wait a second. Tyler, did you ever get up to see Sicario?
Oh, I did, yeah. Yeah,
we never talked about it.
I forgot. Leslie and I saw it, and I liked it. But it it suffered like the sequelitis where it was like, it's setting up for the 3rd movie.
Oh my god.
We'll talk about it later,
Yeah,
but I know what you mean. Do you see why I was hesitant to say a lot the whole time? Because I really did. If you had gone into it thinking that, I feel like it would hurt the movie to go in being like kind of on the edge.
Right? Yeah. It's fine.
Anyway,
at least Emily Blunt wasn't in it.
She's not confused. All right, we're sticking in Japan, though.
We're invading Japan? All right, it's time for the weeb shit. Tim, do you want to talk us through the first topic? Because this is your favorite point.
Look, I can't help how good my hero is, okay? Fucking... What another... Okay, so... I'm gonna... This is... Oh, Voltron. You already added it as a
it's coming up
later. Okay, so I wish the training arc was longer at the start of this. Having watched Haikyuu.
Yeah, Haikyuu does training arcs real good. It makes me actually excited to see
They're
them.
really long and exciting, and it makes me actually wish we could take a break in My Hero, because we are already into the next challenge. Like, but this is a really good one. This is really... we met Aizawa's girl, which was fantastic. She is such a perfect foil to him. I got a very actually Haikyuu vibe having seen Haikyuu now.
Yeah, that was why I've been pushing you guys to watch this so much. These two are
very... Yeah, when you see the other school, and it's like, oh, look at this other school of the same exact characters again, but it's so funny to see them meeting each other.
You do the same thing, but you look a little bit different.
You look like 2% different enough to be legally distinct.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm excited for this arc because it's clearly not just. It feels kind of like the tournament arc again, except it's a team tournament instead of just a 1v1 tournament.
Yeah, it feels more like the beginning part, especially where they're like the cavalry battle kind of thing, where they are essentially grouped up for now.
Yeah. I am really sad we don't get to see Class B at all. We don't really get. I was hoping for that kind of interaction.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see what these new characters bring because I immediately. Okay, Tyler, this whole episode is them starting the provisional. They're starting the act of getting their provisional hero licenses. And it's a test where they test against other schools. They don't test against the other classes like they did for the tournament arc. And you go there and they meet the other schools and you instantly see the school full of waifus and husbandos or whatever they're called. Like, it's you'll even recognize them as soon as you watch a new.
You talking about the Nazi Germany class?
Okay. Yeah, the Nazi school. Like,
damn.
Tyler, they look like they're wearing SS uniforms, and yet apparently the girl from that school is the biggest waifu in like the history of the whole show.
Christ.
But look, okay, the whole thing is it's a big test of. It's like they say that less than 10% of the students are going to get this license to be a provisional hero, and it basically starts out as this giant free-for-all where all the classes work together, but. I don't even care. You're too far behind.
I am.
Fault.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The spicy twist is they're all like it's. I think it's like 1,500 students are thrown into an arena where less than 100 of them, or only 100 of them, are going to get these provisional licenses. The trick of it is the only people who've been on TV are the kids from UA because of the tournament. So everyone, it's Aizawa's girl calls it the culling of UA because everyone knows what their quirks are going in, and no one else knows anyone else's quirks. So they all target UA because they know how to get around their quirks. And that's where we left off, is all of UA huddled together being like, oh, fuck, we're all getting targeted right away.
Jeez.
Except for Bakugo and Todoroki, who are like, we're too badass for this shit. We're going to walk off on our own.
More like, hey, I need some distance between me and people to use my powers. So this is just my...
He has a reason. Bakugo's like, you're all so weak, I go alone.
Here. I'm going to win on my own.
It's like Bakugo, fuck you.
But I do have some concerns. A lot of people complain, especially with Hero, that it goes from arc to arc of the villains are attacking to, oh, we have a test at school. And... you know, we're falling right into that trend again. I'm hoping they do something to shake it up. But a lot of people are saying that this arc, you know, especially given the fact that we just finished one of like the best arcs,
the most amazing scenes in history.
In it's not a surprise that this arc is probably going to be underwhelming in comparison. That said, I know the show's popular enough that season 4 is going to happen at some point. So I'm not.
But at the same time, also, we kind of have the expansion of the students' powers, and you feel like the provisional licenses lead into them officially being allowed to work on hunting down the actual
don't get me wrong.
villains,
I understand the story reasons for this, and I like it. The problem is I'm viewing this from the perspective of an anime fan who's used to not getting sequel seasons and looking at patterns and trends that lead to shows not getting a sequel. And this is 100% an indicator for a show that would not get a sequel normally. If you blow your load in the first half, and then the second half is really low-key and not everyone's excited about it, that's a good stopping point for a lot of these companies to say, we don't need another season. We built up the excitement back then. So knowing what Hero is, we're going to get a season 4. But the alarms are going off back and going, uh-oh, shit's not getting a new season. Abandon ship.
I feel like the All Might episode would deserve a whole nother season.
Definitely. If they ended a season on that episode, holy fuck.
But I also think they can only. I know you said that shows can die on this kind of half of a season, but I feel like they're taking it as we know we need a power up arc because we just established how high the ceiling is, and we're so not there
yet. It's kind of like
with our main characters.
It's almost like the start of a new story arc entirely. Like you concluded the All Might arc, and now it's 100%. This is Deku on his own.
Yeah. And I feel like shoot style plays into that a lot. Like, that's the whole idea of shoot styles. Look at how much I'm now different. Like this is a different ball game. All Might's gone, and I have a whole new way of fighting. Like that, I feel like we're headed for some. Plus, honestly, I feel like you have to have these dips, you know, for how high the highs
kind
were.
of.
I feel like we still need a vacation. Plus, anyway, Aka was great. It's
Don't
still
dare call it
we're
that.
gonna see some.
You've been watching way too much Mother's
Oh,
Basement.
I actually just said it because I'm calling it that because you called it macadamia in our fucking show notes, and I don't want to call it that.
Call it My Hero.
So my brain just says
Or
Aka. Yes,
Boku
My
no My
Hero.
Hero Academia.
Fine, My Hero. Shut the
God
fuck
damn
up. New Naruto.
Fucking
Dude, I gotta say though, Mother's Basement constantly calling Naruto Boruto's
dad. I love it. It's the best joke
dad.
ever, and it never stops being funny.
That I don't even fully get it, but it's just funny to hear him call a show by Boruto's dad and not actually what the name of the
Boruto's
show.
dad, Shippuden.
Boruto's dad, Shippuden. Jesus Christ.
All right, what is? I don't actually know what this is though.
Someone who wasn't me put this in here.
What?
Talk about Dragon Ball soundtrack.
Tyler, you put this.
Hell no, I didn't.
Okay, well I didn't put it in
here.
either.
Oh wait, no, Tyler, I put this in here when we talked to. What was the thing we talked about on at Cracker
Broly?
Barrel? You made a comment about
Oh,
Dragon Ball's
right.
music.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I
the
forgot
mystery's
how
been
this is
solved.
old shit.
We're gonna
Yeah,
talk about
that's
Dragon Ball
right.
music.
We both forgot. This is why I made the note, Tyler, so we wouldn't
shit,
forget.
That's correct. So, yeah, we were talking about localization, right?
Yes, over.
Yeah,
dinner,
because that was an interesting topic. I forgot how we got there. Oh no, because it was the Broly, right? Because we were talking about like, are you interested?
Well, I think we talked about Broly and the My Hero movie,
Right.
and we were talking about the
Oh,
sub.
I'm just gonna
right.
put the Broly discussion up to after this instead of having it at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's talk about Broly at the same
yeah,
time.
we were talking about
Ya boy Broly.
basically that, like how localization, like how different stuff works. And I was telling Tim, I was like, the music,
yes.
the music is different.
Oh, very.
Right. And it's so weird. Like I think that was the first lesson, and that soundtrack can literally make or break anything. Right. So when we were young, anyone who is in America and who's grown up watching Dragon Ball Z, you guys have all heard the loud, like the heavy guitar riffs.
The
right.
Bruce Faulkner soundtrack.
It's pretty fucking. It gets you hype. It gets you so hype. You're like, oh, I'm ready for some fast punches and long spirit bomb waits. But you know, like
Some intense staring competitions.
Yeah,
5%, 10% next episode.
but it's intense though, right? And you're like, man, this really fits the atmosphere of the show, right? And that was only in America. You go to Japan, they continued with the same what's it called? The same music rhythm, or like the same music theme, where it's like da-na-na-na, like an old school kind of like
same theme as Dragon Ball,
Dragon
OG
Ball.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah, and they kept that. And it's weird because it's one of those old school soundtracks, right? To like a suspense or like a thriller anime, like some case closed shit, right?
Yeah.
And like that's what it was, and it made it sound like kind of kiddish, like almost not even serious.
You mean childish?
Yeah, childish. There you go. That's
Kiddish.
Kiddish sounds weird.
It's some kid shit, man. But I always thought it was interesting though, and I mean it must have received well in Japan, obviously.
I mean, it's like a tradition there.
Yeah.
That's just like how the style is. Like when Z happened, it wasn't like, how do I put it? It aired week to week when they went Dragon Ball to Z. Like it was just a continuation. And if you look back to like I'll take a modern example, Naruto to Naruto Shippuden. They changed some elements of the soundtrack. They had a lot more somber tone to a lot of the new songs they added, but they kept the general styling of that, like, you know, Japanese flute and drums sound that original Naruto had. That is present in a lot of the songs, but they, you know, made it sound a little more mature. But it's, you hear either song, you're like, okay, well, this is a Naruto song I'm listening to. And it was the same kind of idea with Dragon Ball. But I don't think Dragon Ball changed anywhere near as much between the two of them.
No, I don't think at
I
all.
wouldn't have known about this until Dragon Ball Z Kai came out. And this is one of the big issues I have. That if someone wants to actually catch up on Dragon Ball Z because they didn't watch it when they were a kid, I always want to recommend Kai because the pacing's actually really good. The problem is the music doesn't capture a lot of the same suspense. There are certain scenes that I think are actually better with the Japanese music. Like if you watch, and this is my favorite example talking about in Kai, was when you go into the Cell arc and you have Imperfect Cell transforming to Perfect Cell because Vegeta lets him. That dragged on for like two and a quarter episodes. In Kai, it happens in a single episode, and the last half has this continuous musical track that builds up to the moment where they reveal what Perfect Cell looks like. And I thought that scene was so well done because right at the reveal, the narrator comes in right as the song crashes down, and it was really well done. That said, the rest of the show is not as good without the Bruce Faulkner soundtrack.
It's so campy.
The only complaint I have about the Bruce Faulkner soundtrack is it never stops. There is always a song playing, always, all the time.
True.
There's never strategic silence.
Fault.
It is his fault. That's the original show wasn't like that. There's a lot of silence. Songs play when stuff happens. Someone comes up on screen, a theme starts playing. But with
I'll say, well, was he in charge of doing the soundtrack?
Maybe not. Maybe not. Someone else may have done sound design. I don't think he actually did the sound design for it. He just did the songs. But point is, the issue with his soundtrack is that they always had a song playing the entire time.
Right.
That said, some of those atmospheric tracks are actually really good. But I don't know. Good. You got to pick your poison here.
Yeah.
I will always go for the hardcore shit.
The other reason we talked about it was because I was saying how I'll never ever understand how people watch Dragon Ball in Japanese because Grandma Goku is the most off-putting thing.
I can't do it.
But speaking of the manliest men of Dragon Ball, we also got the trailer for the new canon Broly movie.
Yep. The trailer came out dubbed too, which is perfect because none of us wanted to listen to the Japanese version.
Nope. I actually, part of the reason I really want to watch Dragon Ball Super at some point is because YouTube constantly sends me clips and I'm like, oh, that looks neat. Oh, that looks neat. And half of the clips are fucking dub and half of the clips are Grandma Goku. And every time I'm like, God, I don't want to listen to this ever. But we got Broly. He has a really cool design and he's going to beat everybody up.
What episode are they up to in the dub? Let me check this real quick.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Because what they started doing is, after Adult Swim airs like a 13-episode batch, they put all of them on Funimation and by extension Verve's websites.
Oh, fucking VRV. Fuck.
Yeah, whoever fucking decided to call it Verve. They're only on 52? Wow.
How many are there? Like
there's 100 something.
Holy shit.
Fuck, I'm just going to say all the 7 scenes for the dub here.
Nowhere?
Watch the TV rips.
Well, it's not like the dub is going to be that much farther along.
The dub is up to 13 episodes ahead based on what's airing.
That's nothing.
Look, episode 65 is way further along than episode 52.
It's not 13, though, because you said if there's 13 done, they'll release the batch.
Yeah.
And it's... No, I would do that if it was done versus, like, 20 left. But not if you're fucking, like, talking about splitting hairs. This can't be right. Here.
I haven't watched Super in, like, 6 months, and there are only 5 episodes ahead uploaded from what I watched. That's not right.
That seems impossible. What are you doing?
I'm looking at English dub Dragon Ball Super on Funimation. Do I really have to go to Verve? Fuck this site. I hate this.
Why don't you have to just go to Funimation
I did go to Funimation site, but sometimes there's different content on each.
Oh my god, that's lame.
God, I can't even look at their listing until I pay. Oh no, there we go.
Damn, get wrecked.
Oof. Almost got me there.
0 out of 10.
All right,
baby.
hold on one sec. English dubbed. God, I have to scroll to the bottom. Yeah, they have the same episodes.
Boof.
God damn it,
Who knows? Truly a mystery. There's got to be some reason.
I wonder if they're
Maybe
holding
that's where
back
there was a
on
season
releasing.
break or something. I bet you they
That
are.
would suck. They're already super far behind, and they're releasing this movie anyway, which straight up spoils the end of Super.
What? That there was a tournament of power?
Yes.
Who cares?
It spoils that he couldn't beat Jiren. Spoiler alert! He couldn't beat Jiren.
Spoiler.
Wait, you're a liar.
You're a liar.
I'm not.
You're a liar.
He said in the fucking trailer.
What?
Didn't he mention losing to Jiren in the trailer?
No, he mentions the Tournament of Power. I thought he beats Jiren. He masters Ultra
Nah, he
Instinct.
doesn't. Well, he does, but not during that fight.
Well,
Spoiler alert.
Fuck you. You just said. Oh my god. All right, we're done here. Fucking podcast
Anyway,
canceled.
fuck Broly. I'm pissed that he's here. I'm pissed that Frieza is still friends with everyone.
Okay, that's dumb, but Broly looks sick, and when he rises out of the ice with his glowing green pillar of light thing, that's fucking legit.
I'm genuinely curious if they're going to keep the crying Goku subplot, or they're actually going to...
Oh, please God, they
or if they're
have
actually
to.
going to
It's so
slot him in as the
dumb.
legendary Super Saiyan that we thought he was, and then turned out not to be.
No. Look, I wish they would keep the dumbest plot point ever in Dragon Ball is that Broly hates him and has permanent mental damage because a baby cried. But it looks like it's a Frieza Saiyan experiment because they showed a Saiyan in a test tube. It's probably fucking Broly. He's probably like half Frieza race or some garbage.
That would suck.
All I know is there's a Saiyan floating in, like a baby Saiyan floating, and it's probably a test tube, and he's probably a test tube baby.
Nah, it's a rejuvenation chamber, whatever the fuck they were called from...
Oh god.
Dude, I don't care. Look, it's so dumb that Broly literally is traumatized by crying Goku, but that's hilarious.
Yeah, if it's Japanese,
so
I'm also
stupid.
traumatized by the cries of Goku. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
Is it time? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk about
All
your
right.
wars.
The waifu wars have come to a conclusion. The finals.
Hold on, before you announce anything, Freeman, just in the interest of time and letting you run with this, we're already almost at an hour
I know,
and a half.
but we've only been on
We're at
we've
like an
only been
hour
on Weeb
15?
Shit for 10 minutes.
No. I'm saying, do we just want to skip the topic this week and save it for next week so we can really dig into
Sure.
this shit?
We could.
Tyler, are you okay with this? It's your
That's
topic.
fine.
You're the one who wanted to do this early.
Yeah,
so-
No. It's not that.
Wanna
No. I said I'm
Yeah.
cool with that. I'm cool with that.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then keep going. Talk about your epic showdown of Ultimate Destiny, Freeman.
All right. We were down to the top 4 last time we spoke. Controversial picks all around. None of my favorites were in it to win it, except for one, Rem from RE0. And what happened? She won it. Rem is best waifu number 5,
Oh shit.
Legend of the Galactic Salt, or whatever the fuck they called this tournament.
Oh,
She
shit.
beat out Aqua, the shittiest character from Konosuba, a funny show that I recommend watching. But she did not deserve to win. She did not deserve to be number 1 seat.
Damn.
And for the first
Isn't she
time
the?
in years, we had the number 1 seat versus the number 2 seat to see the number 2 seat win it by a large margin. More than 1,000 votes. You were
Well,
saying something, Tim?
No. You talking about the final bracket reminded me that I looked at the bracket and saw how far Uraraka had made it, and it reminded me of the most adorable scene in the newest
Oh my
episode.
God, don't remind me. That scene was like pure sugar.
It
I have diabetes. Thinking
I don't
about
want to
this.
say it. I don't want to say it because I want Tyler to see it and laugh his ass off. When
Just
he
know
sees it.
there's a scene with diabetes in it, and we love it.
Tyler, it's so diabetes. You
Jesus
have no
Christ.
idea how deep it goes.
But that's it. Waifu wars
Anyway,
are over.
Freeman,
The
keep
seasonal
going.
waifu wars are happening, but nobody gives a shit because the salt is flowing. The one joke that came out of this, and I didn't realize what was going on as it was happening, was one of the admins for the anime subreddit is a big fan of Little Witch Academia. And apparently, in Little Witch Academia, she has this weird walking staff. And
Oh no.
when his wife who got eliminated, it was 7 days between
no.
then and the finals. So the day after Akko from Little Witch gets eliminated, he posts and he stickies his comment at the top of the thread. That's it. I've had enough of this. And he posts a picture
Oh no.
of Akko holding the staff, and there's like a red stone in it. And I didn't get what this was referring to until each day a different colored stone appears in this staff.
No.
And he's like,
Oh
so
my-
y'all motherfuckers have done it this time. Until the last day when the waifu gets chosen, he's like, all right, I'm fucking banning half of you.
damn.
And he didn't
Goddamn.
actually, but then he made his own subreddit, Trapped in the Waifu Stone.
That's where that came from. I saw a post from that on the front page, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
I think it
is
was just
this thing?
a new board for them to talk about the waifu wars on, because they didn't want any meta threads showing up on the subreddit besides that one. So it's probably them all just being salty in one room. Anyway,
Anyway,
that was probably the best thing to come out of that week, and couldn't tell what was going on until the last day. But that was funny watching that build up. But the waifu wars have concluded. By the time we hit episode 105, except probably less because knowing us will skip a bunch of weeks. By the time we hit episode 80 something, I'll be back again with your weekly coverage of the waifu wars. Moving on to real anime discussions.
The real anime.
We're gonna talk about this week in anime and what we watched, and I'm gonna go first because why not?
Oh yeah, I wanted to know your opinion of this show because
Of the first one?
Because you even posted a status about it on your Facebook.
So this was a show that I've been
true. Unfortunately, the wrong show.
Hey man, this is a show that I've been looking out for a long time. This manga, Grand Blue. Whenever a chapter comes out, it's always the top post on r/manga for like a day or two. Like people love the shit of this, and I didn't know what it was about. All I know is it has funny character designs and cute grills. And anytime you ask what the manga's about, people always say, "Oh, it's a diving manga," with no other description into what this is. So I went going, I guess it's about diving, but I had my suspicions that it had absolutely nothing to do with diving because that's how the internet community is. You just lie and make jokes. So I go in and I watch it, and it's a show that's air quotes about diving, except the show is really just about getting drunk. So I'm going to describe you the first.
Oh,
right.
The
first 5 minutes of this show. This guy moves out for college. He's going to be a mechanical engineering student. This is why this jumped out at me. This is a show about college students, and as a former engineering undergrad, grabbed me there. The point is, he moves in to his uncle's shop, which is near university, and his uncle owns like a scuba diving equipment rental store. So he moves out. He's like, all right, I'm going to go to college. I'm going to have the life I always wanted. And he opens the door, and the fucking scuba diving team from the college is all naked getting drunk. And he's just like, what the fuck did I wander into? And the entire first two episodes are just about them partying and drinking. And I was dying of laughter. This is one of the funniest anime I've seen in a long time. I want everyone to go try this out. It is an Amazon Prime exclusive. It's not Amazon Strike. Fuck that. It's Prime exclusive. So you got that going for you. But
damn,
I recommend everyone give it a shot. This was really funny. And supposedly it's going to be informative about diving, even though it's just a huge fucking joke and there's no diving at all in this show. Which the opening is very misleading because it's one of the most well-animated underwater sequences in an opening, despite the fact that they're never going to go underwater in this show.
My dad's already yelling at me to not watch so much anime and watch some more real TV like Justified and Westworld.
Justified's okay.
Like, your dad's
Westworld is alright. I haven't finished it yet, but if you start watching
season
Westworld, yeah, I can join that conversation.
I can't watch all this anime.
Yes, you can, and you
all
will.
Right, listen, hold on, time out. No, because you've been watching anime twice with Val. Y'all need to stop and start watching new shows like Leslie.
What?
Wait, what?
You start watching new shows. Because didn't you?
What do you think? We're going to talk about this in 5 seconds about the new show we've been power watching for a few days now.
All right, I'll move through real quick to get to that.
I'm just
no.
Oh my god.
Everyone has to stop rewatching and start watching more anime. That's the objective here. And speaking of more anime, I got my dates totally wrong. At some point, the Attack on Titan premiere, which was scheduled for July 27th, got moved to July 22nd, and nobody said a fucking word.
Damn.
And I went back and I checked, and about 2 weeks ago, every article reporting the start date changed it to the 22nd. But I checked Reddit. There was no thread announcing how it bumped up. No one was talking about this, and everyone knew but me. So I was really shocked on Sunday night when all the discussion threads dropped. I'm like, did it really come out 4 days early? No, it just airs on Sundays now. So I got a chance to watch the first episode of Attack on Titan. I'm not going to spoil it. The opening, I was disappointed because even though they announced X Japan was doing it, only Yoshiki, the drummer / pianist, is involved. And it's a very somber song, and it's meant to kind of match the tone of the season. Because this season is not about attacking the Titans. This is about humans fighting each other. And you can see it in the opening that there are no Titans in the opening. This is all about the main characters setting aside their past and realizing that, like, I'm not a kid anymore. I have to grow up. The world is a shitty place. And that's the atmosphere that this opening is trying to, capture. That said, the artist who used to do the openings, everyone was really butthurt he wasn't involved. He will be doing the ending theme starting next week. So everyone thinks there might be a bait and switch, and the ending song is going to be super duper hype. So we'll see that next week. But the first episode was insanely well animated, and it was a really good setup for what's going to happen this season. If you're interested in Attack on Titan, get caught up. The season's going to be fucking great. I can't wait for next Sunday.
See, there's another show that's like,
I need to just watch stuff.
Look, everything we're talking about today is good to watch. Macadamia, Dragon Ball, Grand Blue, great show. Attack on Titan, you already know what it is. And now for two more shows we're going to talk about real quick, because Tim and I did the show exchange.
We don't have to talk about it this quick because we've watched quite a lot of it and have to talk about it.
Look.
I need to get into this show a little bit. All right, so we did our exchange. I think we talked about it on the podcast.
We talked about it last week a little bit.
Where in exchange for Freeman starting to watch Voltron, Val and I would start watching Haikyuu. And it led to a blood feud between Val and Friedman, or more Val directing anger at Friedman, because we have already watched all of the entire 25 episodes season 1 and are halfway through season 2. And we started watching like Friday or Thursday.
Damn.
And all I did was watch the first 3 episodes on Sunday.
This show, yeah, I know. That's why you fucking
man,
lose.
I'm slow playing this. This is my watch it while I'm eating dinner show now.
Oh my god. No, we've been powering through. This show is so wholesome. It's fantastic. All the volleyball players are friends secretly. Even the rivals are nice guys. Like, the most villainous guy is the dickhead from Oikawa or whatever his name is.
Yeah, he's not even that bad of a guy. He's just a cocky asshole, but he's got a heart of gold.
He's just a mega Tyler, he's the guy in a sports event who's like, it's pathetic that you're trying so hard.
Damn, shit.
That's literally, he's like, it's annoying that these guys are trying against us. Like, and he's definitely the biggest dickhead in the show.
For now.
I mean, even the guy from Datako, the Iron Wall guy, even he's not that bad. And then fucking Lev. Or Lev.
Yeah, they can't pronounce Lev correctly in Japanese.
Yeah, it's so funny. He's half Russian, half Japanese. His name is Lev. But apparently in Japanese, it's like Lievi. Even he is just like, God, Hinata is friends with everybody, and it's awesome. No, this is, if you're looking for a show that's just about, like, honestly wholesome working hard, and there's like disagreements and stuff, but it's honestly just everyone is trying to get better, because there's no real, like, the stakes are, I want to go to nationals. That's the stakes of the show, is I want to play volleyball.
Look, like, the subject matter may not be serious, but this show does a really good job of building up excitement.
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement. The arcs are really good. The whole first season was really good. And then Freeman, you apparently told Val that season 2 and 3 are even better. And we are finishing the first arc of season 2. Because we just left training camp.
Oh, okay, the training camp is one of my favorite parts of that whole show.
The training camp is so fun because the whole premise is the guys on the team go to a different region to train with one of the teams that's their rival, literally their rival team, and 3 other really good schools. And it's just like it's just about how all of the players go through like this huge upgrade really organically in terms of their play while they're at this camp. It's really satisfying to see how they actually work really hard. Like, the whole training camp arc, it's like, okay, we spend all day doing training sets against these other schools in a rotation, and losers have to like run laps or something, or do these dives around the court. And then at the end of the day, almost every single player, except for the absolute most garbage human being on the whole show, they all work into the night, like in their own small groups, improving their own things. And it just feels so good. You can feel how they really convey this sense of a team working hard together to learn to fit together and also improve themselves at the same time. It's really awesome, and it's so well animated.
I'm glad you like this. I've been pushing it for a while. I was telling Val this. I don't recommend you guys shows because I like them. I recommend shows because I know for a fact you guys are gonna like them.
No, it's, dude. There were some freakouts, especially fucking Suki is literally a trash human.
No,
like he is.
Just keep watching.
He is made of
just
garbage.
Keep watching it.
Look, we've already started his arc, because you already said he has an arc where he becomes less shit tier, but he is such a dickhead to his own teammates, and everyone else is working so hard, and he's such a buzzkill. It's like, fuck you, dude.
Damn.
Tyler, you don't get it.
I don't get shit because I don't watch anything.
No.
It's an easy thing to change.
Tyler, it's the guy on the team who, or even on the group project, let's say, in school, who's like, oh, I kind of do my part, and I'm just kind of not. I don't.
When
really
everyone's
care.
going the extra mile,
I'm fine putting in the effort. He's literally the only person on the team who walks out of practice as soon as the clock ends. Everybody else stays for like 3 more hours just for their own benefit. And then he acts super uppity the whole fucking time. It's like, God, you should just shut up. Every time he's on screen, Freeman, I know he's going to have a snarky comment. I'm like, you're only in frame for the bullshit you're about to say.
I'm not going to lie.
And
that's
fucking
who he
don't
is.
even want to hear it. It really is fun, though. The whole first season is about this team coming together from literal nothing. Like, the main character walks into a gym at the second episode of season 1, and there's 3 guys in a gym on this volleyball team. And cut to the middle of season 2, and we have a full team of guys with a coach and managers and a new manager who's great.
That was the best
She's
addition
so
in season
awesome. 2. Man, she's awesome. Dude, the girl protect squad is the funniest fucking thing. Tyler, so one of the main running jokes is at the start of the show, or pretty early on, it's established that this school is like the only school who has a girl as one of the managers. And 2 of the guys on the team, it's a very it's one of the most Japanese things ever, where the girl ignores them or disdains them. But these 2 guys take it upon themselves to fanatically
protect her from
be her protector.
From every other team that would even think of hitting on her.
Every other guy who even looks at her, it's then it cuts to them just staring daggers with this dark aura at the guys who are threatening to talk.
It's definitely the best running gag.
It sounds like my time at UAT.
Tyler, the best part is when they meet their rival school. Because it's like we said with My Hero, the rival school is literally made up of all of the same characters, slightly altered, and 5%.
But one of them was only 2%
it's
different. It was his haircut, and that was it.
One of them has a mohawk versus shaved, and that's the only difference between their characters.
Literally sound the same too.
But they show up, and the guy on the other team is just doing the starry-eyed thing at the girl, like, oh my god, she's the most beautiful thing ever. And it cuts to later when, because they're the 2 hotheads on the teams. They meet each other, and the one hothead is like the hothead on our team is like, "You want to fight, city boy?" And the other guy is like, "No, I just want to know the girl's name." And he just has the most wholesome look on his face. And the other guy leans down and says, he whispers her name, and the guy's like, "Oh, what a perfect name for her."
Jesus.
Yeah, the gags are done real well in this show.
And then the hothead on our team is like, "I think it would be okay if you spoke to her." And the guy's like, No, I could never risk doing that."
Damn.
And the guy puts his hand on his shoulder and is like, "I feel the same way, my friend."
Everything.
And then their rivalry is over, and they're best friends.
Everything
after
related to the character Tanaka is the best part of that show. From this bullshit with the manager to his reaction faces, he is actually my favorite character. And you might have noticed this. I only noticed it on my second rewatch when I showed my friend Ryan. But Tanaka constantly does really clutch shit in the middle of their matches, and no one says anything. Like
He
he'll
just
make
is
a
solid.
crazy save, then Hinata will do some shitty shot, and they'll spend 5 minutes of people reacting to Hinata's shot, but nobody called out how clutch Tanaka was. And
Dude, he wants the ace. He's gunning for it.
Tanaka's way better. He's the most slept-on character in that show.
He's also the guy, Tyler, who is every single time someone does well, he's the guy who shouts out and like hypes the team up. He's the hype man.
Have you started catching on to the English
my
phrases
God.
that get said every time anyone does anything?
What do you mean?
Just there's certain phrases everyone constantly says all the time. Don't mind. Some shit about serving. I don't know. Point is, there's these phrases.
Yeah, what do you... Nice serve!
There you go. Nice to Sabu.
Yeah, but that's... I'm pretty sure that... I just take that as that's a volleyball thing in Japan.
It is,
like,
but it just gets very repetitive. It's a core element of the haiku
Oh, yeah,
community.
no. Tyler, every time someone's going to serve is before they even go for the serve, the whole team is like, nice serve! Nice serve, Hinata! Nice serve, Kageyama!
I'll watch
Chance
it.
ball! Chance ball!
There's so many
Chance
things.
ball, that's what I'm thinking.
See, here's the problem. Here's the problem with watching anime. Because I got everybody on my ass about, oh, you gotta read this. Oh, you gotta play this. Oh, you gotta watch this. Oh, read this, watch this, play this. And man, it is overwhelming.
I mean, Tyler, this is why Val and I are powering through, because I'm sure something else will come up that'll be like, oh, gotta go watch this now.
No, because I keep getting shit like, all right, so Freeman,
This is all me.
my
This is directed at me.
friends. No, it's not directed at you. You were like, yo, maybe you should play Persona 5. I really enjoyed this game. My friends are like, for some reason, they just discovered Persona 5, and they're like, Tyler, you need to play this fucking game right the fuck now. What the fuck are you doing? I'm like, motherfucker, like, I'm trying to play these other games.
You're like, sorry, bro, I don't have 150 hours right now.
Yeah, actually, and I'm like, I'm trying to, like, you were literally yelling at me because I wasn't playing Witcher 3, and they're like, nah. You gotta play that.
Right.
Yeah, you and everybody else, they're like, no, now you gotta play Persona 5 too. Oh no, first they hit me with the no, Witcher 3 isn't a game, it's an experience. We're talking about playing a game right now. I'm like, you guys are fuckers.
This isn't the same guy who said Darling in the Franxx was good, is it?
Yeah, same.
Oh my God. Nope. 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10. I watched the Mother's Basement video on oh my, did you watch the video, Tyler? Because I know we talked about it a little.
The Mother's Basement one?
Yeah, the Darling.
Oh no, not yet. Not yet.
I
watched
to. It's
the entire thing, and
so...
it perfectly summarizes everything I didn't like about it.
That's right.
Tyler, I know we were just talking about how everyone's telling you to watch stuff. It's 20 minutes.
I know, that's fine.
And it
20
will
minutes.
It also ruins
it will
the show,
justify. But... It will justify you never needing to watch that show ever. Like I can confidently say I'm never ever gonna risk watching Darling in the Franxx after seeing that, because holy shit, does that seem like a train wreck at the end?
I don't know. Like I want to watch stuff. Like I said, I organized the stack of books on my shelf right now, and I'm like, gee, what's on the top of the list? So top of the list was this book that Leslie loaned me. I'm sorry. Oh no, I finished.
You were reading it while you were visiting.
Sorry.
You finished it.
That's
You're
right. I finished it.
Right, you were on the last part of the last story.
I had no excuse not to finish it. I have a Natural History of Dragons that Leslie loaned me like forever ago. I have, what is that? The fuck book is that? Altered Carbon.
How is this so difficult?
Sorry, it like my bath washes.
Abandon that shit.
Get the fuck out of here.
Look, I get that it's good, but there's too much other stuff to
Witcher.
consume right now.
I got some. I don't know if I'm gonna start.
Oh right,
I got
books.
those books.
Jesus.
I got the book that you guys got me. The language creation.
Oh, Val's
book.
book. Val's book. Yeah.
I got that. I also was retarded, and I bought a whole collection of H.P. Lovecraft books.
Oh my! Don't put those in the dustbin for now. Those are. You're never gonna get to those.
I'm never gonna get to those because I still.
No, Tyler. You know what you really need? You know, honestly, like I know. Look, this is gonna be blasphemy. I'm sure you won't want to do this. That's fair. I have read more. I have continued to read since college only because I own a Kindle. That is the only reason I have really continued reading books since I left college, is because I own the Kindle that I can bring everywhere for no space
I forgot
loss.
to say this. I ended up buying the first volume of the Grand Blue manga just because of how easy it is to get on Kindle.
Mm-hmm. I know, look, Val swears she'll never get a Kindle, and that's totally a fair thing. I can't express how convenient it is to be like, man, I don't want to just stare at Reddit at lunch today. I finally, you guys, Yahtzee from Zero Punctuation. I had bought his first book, Mog World, like years and years ago when it first came out. I actually did a video review of it in my old channel back when I still reviewed books and stuff. I just rebought it on Kindle and am reading it again. If I didn't do that, I would probably never read that book again. Like, and the fact that I'm like, I don't really want to just stare at Reddit or something, like I said, or my phone's battery is low. The Kindle is never low. You charge it once every 2 weeks overnight, and it works the whole time. It's so amazing, and it's the reason I still read
here's
books.
The thing, right? Like, I feel like the conveniency of it won't really help me in much of a way because I don't have a lot of. Well, I do have downtime at work only on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So like I read today when I was at work, but really, I don't think it really helps in the long run.
It fits in your
That's
pocket.
fine, but I like to read. It's almost like playing an adventure game, right? I don't like to just sit there and like only read. Oh, I got a second. I'm gonna read a page. I don't like doing that. I feel like it kills my immersion.
Commit to a long reading experience.
Yeah.
See, that's how I read. I can totally read like all the time. Just bam, bam, bam. I read a few pages here, read a few pages here.
I can't do it because I feel like I want to get immersed. Like I want to have I want to relax. I want to chill and then, read like 30, 40 pages like minimum. Right? Like that was me.
I understand that. That's totally fair. And in that case, yes, maybe a Kindle isn't something you really need.
Yeah, and like it's not like it is a part of me that is the collector part of me that likes it, but like it's just like I want to sit down and really just get into it.
It kind of hurts me that I'm never going to have a full collection of the old Star Wars novels on my bookshelf because I read the last 2 or 3 years before they switched over to the bullshit ones. The last real Star Wars books, I bought a bunch of them on Kindle. I don't think I'm ever going to bother to go back and buy paperbacks, but I'll probably keep rebuying them on Kindle as I want to reread them again.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to collect more paper that I'm not going to use. There's enough collectibles in the world that owning books that'll take up a lot of space for what they are and not even look particularly impressive.
I was thinking about that with my comics recently, to be honest. Like, I don't have anything compared to what some of my friends have, but even still, like, it's something to consider, right? Especially in the future. Though I did donate a lot of my books. Like, about 2 years ago, there was, like, this huge book donation when I was in security. And well, it wasn't like that. All right, so it wasn't a book donation. It was like a book swap. So like I picked up like 20 fucking books that I haven't read in forever, and I dropped them off. I was surprised when all of them were taken.
Damn.
Someone took Atlas Shrugged. I'm like, this when I got there, because I didn't even finish it. I got like 400 pages in. I'm like, this book is bullshit. I should have never even started it. And then I was like, no one's gonna take this book. Someone took it. I was like, wow, someone's weird. Have you guys read that book? Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand.
No.
Don't do it. It's a waste of time.
I remember I watched the first movie a long time ago because it was like a 2-part movie they made.
Yeah, they made a 2-part movie.
I think I watched it a long time ago, but I don't remember much.
Yeah, I didn't watch the 2-part movie. I was like, man, I hear this book is a classic because I think at the time when I was reading those books, I was trying to read like some classic books. Like I read Lord of the Flies. I never read it in school. I read something else. I can't remember. And I was like, I want like a little more of a challenge. I want to read Atlas Shrugged. And I'm like, man, this is just shit. People will call me a blasphemer for it, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
No, I wish there. You know what I wish there was an easy way to do? I wish there was an easy way to have a garage sale. Because I would totally like to set up a table outside of our house and just fucking sell a bunch of our old books and stuff.
Yeah.
Just to get some space, even if it's like $5, just get it out of here.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, I'm sad that neither of you have audibly reacted to the things I've sent on Facebook over the course of
Look, I'm trying not to laugh. The last one you sent me was really good.
Yeah, I saw it and I'm like, this can wait.
Oh, come on. It's so good. It dates the No, I sent Freeman a second one.
Podcast.
I sent Freeman a Magic specific one. The EDH website that I use to build all my decks, EDH Rec, they put out a tweet of watching the Commander previews, waiting for them to preview a mechanic that makes us completely redesign our site again. And it's the picture of Peel
Just
from
sweating
Key and
real
Peele just
hard.
sweating his ass off. And then, of course, for those of you at home, the other one I sent was a nice anime and Star Wars prequels one, so that was perfect.
I want her to
That'll have to
read.
be a mystery.
Anyway.
Yes, back on track. That's fine.
Oh my god, I accidentally closed the show notes. What's going on here?
Wait, what?
I'm flying blind here. Are we done?
Pretty much
Yeah,
done.
we're done.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that was-
We hold on, wait.
We kind of
Hold on, wait, so I
meandered
didn't get a
away.
chance to talk about Voltron. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, so I'll put it
shit.
aside.
Please talk about
I did
Voltron.
not marathon it because I'm not the big marathoning type, but I did watch the first 3 episodes are all 1 hour continuous special where, spoiler, Voltron comes together. Bam.
Wait, you just watched the single
Yeah, I watched
episode?
it on Sunday.
That doesn't count as watching 3 episodes. That's you
fucking
watched the
hour.
intro, the pilot.
That's 3 episodes.
You watched the pilot.
and I enjoyed it.
Good.
And I'm going to continue watching it because the writing
Now
as well
Val
as the
won't
art
murder you.
remind me of Korra. And then I went and I looked into it, and it is the same studio that did the last 2 seasons.
Yes.
Or no, the last 3 seasons of Korra was done by Studio Mir. So that's why it reminds me of it so much. It's good. I need to watch more of it before I can give a real say on it. But I am intrigued, and I'm going to watch more.
Correct.
So
I forget. They formed Voltron at the end of the
fucking
first one,
attack
right?
me for this one, Tim. Yes,
Do
they
they?
formed Voltron at the end of episode 3.
Okay. I honestly couldn't remember how much they crammed in because I remembered that it moved pretty quick, but I remember because they have to find all the. They go from nothing to Voltron
Yeah,
in
I
an
thought they were
hour.
going to spend a lot more time on the individual characters and getting their line. Nope.
Nope.
Voltron episode
Get the
1.
lions. Bam, 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 bam,
Yeah.
bam.
So I'm wondering where it's going to go from here. But yeah, Voltron's pretty good. But that's it for the weeb shit.
All right. Since we are actually almost at 2.
Nice.
We spent the first.
We'll just
the first
do our
15
weeks.
minutes of this is just bullshitting before the recording.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of magic and then a lot of weeb shit. No, it was only about 5 minutes of my recording,
oops.
Freeman. Yeah, that's why we're
Oh,
almost
God.
at 2 hours still. I think. It doesn't matter. Let's talk about our weeks. I'll start because mine's going to ramble on for a while and I don't want to end on that because you guys know what happened to me. Anyone who follows me on Twitter know what happened to me on Friday and
Fucking
Saturday.
wild, dude.
So I was contacted on Friday near the end of my workday. I got a Facebook message from a guy on my Timpedia Facebook page from someone saying, "Hey, I represent a gaming company, a small indie company, and we just got this email from someone with the email address timpediayt@gmail.com claiming to be you, asking if they could have a copy of our game." And that was not me. And it happened 3 more times in the next 24 hours. So I have been impersonated by someone who created that Gmail account and spammed a bunch of indie devs for copies of their games that I'm not going to comment on the quality of because I didn't actually look into them at all. But based on the screenshots I saw, I probably wouldn't know they ever existed if not for this. It's the most delicate way I can put this. But yeah, all 4 of them got in touch with me, and I told all of them to report that email address and please block them. And I did not want a key because I don't like getting keys from those kind of companies. I would not want to get those kind of keys. But yeah, that was a rough start to the weekend. It was rather frustrating to know that someone was using my name and all the stuff I've done over the years to try to steal CD game keys for indie games who could use every single sale possible.
I wonder if this person's listening to our podcast.
I doubt it. It definitely
Russians...
it seems like more of a bot thing.
Yo,
I'm not going to post screenshots, but I was sent copies of these emails that they sent. It literally looks like a form where someone creates a Gmail, copies an email that's already been created, and then punches in the channel link, the name, and the game that they are trying to get. It literally looks like a form letter.
Listen, you Russians, we're on to you. World War III is right around the corner.
It's actually a little embarrassing because I didn't even get my last name right, which I'm pretty sure is publicly available. I think my Twitter has my full name.
Let's check.
Yes, it does. My Twitter has my own full name.
Still got it wrong.
And they managed to get my last name completely wrong. So, yeah, that was fun.
Sucks.
Yeah. So, that was a really shitty thing that happened. It really pissed me off.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
But thankfully, they all hopefully blocked them. I responded to all of them right away and said, this is not me, and I haven't heard about it again since. So I also submitted a report to Gmail saying, hey, this is an impersonator. I have evidence of 4 times that they tried to contact people in my name. So hopefully that email was shut down.
They sullied my good name.
Even if not, I can prove that that's not me. If someone down the road is like, we gave our indie game to someone else. I'm like, well, did you go? Because actually the first guy who contacted me said you should have your business email on your YouTube channel. It actually is. I don't know how he either missed it or just didn't even check. I don't even know. Or no, because he came to my Facebook page. But it is visible, I'm pretty sure. Because that's at least how 2 people contacted me. They basically emailed me saying, hey, we'd love to give you a key for our game, but for some reason you emailed us from this email address, not the one that we're emailing now, which is your business email. Is this you? And so that's how it all happened. So,
Wow.
in other news, watching lots of Haikyuu. Probably going to watch more Haikyuu later tonight. Because whenever we get into this groove, we still need to clean up the house from moving in, but then there's anime.
Let me know when you finish the last game of season 2, because that definitely had one of my favorite closing moments.
Okay. I mean, they literally just we just ended the episode where the advisor is like, it's June 11th or July 11th. It's time for the tournament to start, and then bam,
all right,
cut. And then it was like, okay, going to do the podcast.
I need to give you a really quick warning. The voice actor for the coach dies during season 3, and they made 0 attempts to find someone who sounds remotely similar. There's going to be a very abrupt voice change. I'm just warning you to brace yourself.
No, I will not say anything.
Yeah, it was really upsetting when that happened.
Damn, man, he's so good.
Which is weird because we all reacted like the character himself.
Like
the character's fine, just his voice changed.
No, I know, but still, it's it's like saying the same thing as when Iroh.
Yeah.
I don't love Avatar like a lot of people, but he was like my favorite character. So when his voice actor changed much for the worse.
It definitely drags the show down a bit when a good character is suddenly replaced by Bizarro.
Yeah. Other than that, though, I'm trying to think. There's no movies coming out or anything. Oh, I watched the Godzilla anime movie because that happened right after the podcast last week.
How was it?
Tim?
It has. No, I was sorry. I was trying to. Are you dying? No. I was trying to think of how to phrase it. There is sadly no Mechagodzilla and Godzilla fist fight because Mechagodzilla is actually more of like a code name for something else. Mm-hmm. It's not. I guess it's not really a spoiler. In the first movie, they say Godzilla. We were building Mechagodzilla with this nano metal, and then after the events of the first movie on Earth, they find that the nanometal from the destroyed carcass of Mechagodzilla basically has been mutating and spreading and built its own city as a replica of the facility that was building the Mechagodzilla mech. And it's such a versatile super metal that they can actually use it to build guns and stuff on this base and build a few super mechs, or build some enhancements for their current mechs that survived the first movie, and turn them into these super mechs that can hopefully fight Godzilla. They're not full-sized mechs. They're like little fighter-sized, like, Transformer things. Honestly, I didn't super love it. I think the problems of the first movie stuck out more, but there's a lot of cool themes. I don't know. It's kind of got the thing of, the first one was kind of self-contained. If you chopped off 5 minutes at the end of the first movie, it would literally be its own movie. But this one kind of leads into the next one a lot more. This is not a happy story. The first movie ends on a low note. This movie goes, like, subterranean low. I'm pretty sure that I saw comments on the anime subreddit, the 5 people who commented on the thread of this, because I only looked at the subreddit for My Hero and this. Like 5 fucking people commented on this, and one of them said that the writer is a guy who's known for doing really depressing shit. So this is not a happy Godzilla story. But I'll watch the third movie because they literally, the last line is Ghidorah. And that's all you need to know to have Ghidorah show up in the third movie and see how that fight's going to look with this weird CGI style. I'm not going to watch the sub, but the dub still bothers me a little. It all feels a little stilted. I think it's just the problem with 3D animation at this point for anime style. It just doesn't look perfect. But overall, it was a decent time. I still would probably watch the first one again over it, but what else? The only other thing is I started my new Let's Play. Shadows of the Empire finished releasing, and I started recording Jedi Outcast 2, Season 2, which is turning out pretty fun. I'm having a good time chugging through that. Second sessions should start going up Friday? I don't even remember. Gonna power through that, and then by then, based on the upload schedule, Yakuza 0 should be out. So that'll probably be the next Let's Play, but I also believe I am 3 sessions or less from finally finishing Empire Earth, which has been going on for such a long time, but has been so cool to play again. I'm never not going to enjoy booting that game up. I actually lost a session because my audio stopped recording itself 2 minutes in. So I had to go back and replay 3 missions again. And I just didn't care. I was like, this sucks because I lost time and footage, but the game is so fun. I love that game so much. I'm really glad that I got to play it for the channel finally, and yeah, I should be finishing within a session or two. Finally finishing the final campaign of Art of Conquest. I think I'm trying to think of what's released so far. I think the Roman campaign has finally started. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So you guys are seeing that. I already finished the Roman campaign and the Pacific campaign. I'm already into the Asian campaign at the end. Yeah. Gonna keep doing that. Keep doing Jedi Outcast. I just found out that my D&D Wednesday groups are apparently switching Wednesday, so tomorrow I might be doing D&D for the first time in 1.5 billion years. We sadly are not doing D&D yet again on Thursday because Luigi is still out of state.
The superior Mario brother.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just gonna hang myself from lack of playing.
God. I actually, Val has been getting on my case about playing D&D so much. I might throw an idea at everybody if something comes up again next week, but hopefully it won't come to that. Hopefully we'll finally continue Tyler's game.
For the love of God, please. I finally I restructured some things to get the ball rolling, so to speak.
Noise.
All right.
Bless.
Excuse me. So yeah, and then on Saturday we have Val's dance recital and a company picnic for her, so I'm not going to get to record much, but yeah, I will definitely be. I'm gonna try to get some recording done because I'm finally finishing my long commutes this week.
Whoa.
I'm gonna be back at my company next week, so even if I'm only there for a little while because of some stuff that came up, like physically there, not fired or something. I realized that sounded terrible. I'm definitely going to use every day I can to record and try to get ahead of these things. Try to finish Empire Earth and Jedi Outcast before Yakuza 0 comes out, and I dedicate my life to playing that game. Because I'm going to have to do a lot of grinding as far as I know. Other than that, and planning out what we're going to do when we see My Heroes movie in September. We decided we're going to see the sub and the dub, probably both. Yeah.
Interesting choice.
Because I want to see the dub for the voices, but the subs voices, I'm getting over. And I think it'd be a lot of fun to go see and not read subtitles in theaters, you know? Like, kind of go get it to listen to the English and see it, and then focus on reading the Japanese. And, just enjoying it again. Plus, why not see My Hero stuff twice in theaters on a big screen?
The problem is anime movies usually aren't that good.
I'm just waiting.
We've had this conversation. Yeah, they're typically not good, Tim.
Well, they're also typically... I mean, the reviews are already out for this, and they all say, this movie means nothing in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, I don't care. It's a chance to see them on the big screen. That's all that fucking matters.
Meh. Super meh.
I'm just worried a little, only because Funimation announced that it's only going to be in about 400 theaters, and we're kind of in the middle of nowhere, Ohio, so I worry about how close the nearest theater will be, if our in-town theater will even get it. So once Funimation finally puts out the information about that, maybe we'll finally know if we're going to go see it, or just wait for the online. Anyway, other than that, I'm finally done. So, Tyler, go ahead.
I mean, what am I doing? I'm not doing too much. Oh, so I kickstarted something like almost 2 years ago, a comic book, and I finally got it. So I'm gonna be reading those because I was obviously waiting for 2 years. It's called Steve Lichtman. I don't know if you guys heard of it. You guys might like it. Anyone who's into like comedy, Dungeons and Dragons type lore, you should check it out. It's just funny. I'll post some of it. The first 90 pages of the first book are available for free, so I can just share that with you guys after this. So I'm gonna be reading that. I decided today, a few of my friends go to LVI every year, and they invited me to come chill out one of the days that they're there. They're there for like a whole week. So I'm going to go there Saturday into Sunday and maybe do debaucherous things for once in my life because I'm a boring adult. I was just telling Tim before this, I'm not going to go into details of what this is, but I feel like I've basically hit a midlife crisis.
The quarter life crisis.
The quarter life crisis. No, this feels like a full-on midlife.
Oh, no.
If I had enough money for a motorcycle, I'd probably buy it.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God, Tyler.
It's that crazy. But yeah, that's like the main thing, going to LBI this week. I mean, I can try to catch up on things, but probably not gonna. Leslie and I are probably gonna see a movie this Saturday before I leave.
I was gonna say, wait a second, Saturday.
No, we're gonna go see a movie. I don't know what.
What are you gonna see?
You're gonna hate me. Probably The Purge.
I mean, I just think it's like I think it would get boring.
It is bad, and it is boring.
Isn't it just the same story each time? Look at how evil
the government is. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I've wanted to see a movie for a hot minute, so I guess that's just my way of like, all right, let's just go see a movie. It's fine. It's just one of our things. So,
oh my God, can I just chime in? Sorry, I just saw on my phone a headline: Rick and Morty co-creator Dan Harmon apologizes for distasteful 2009 video. Will remain on adult hit series. Are you fucking? Was there ever a doubt that he would?
No.
Like, if anyone expected him to get fired from Rick and Morty, those same people must have expected the show to get canceled instantly because holy shit, would that show not survive if he was gone?
Wrong.
Wait, what?
No,
I'm
them.
wrong?
They're wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
I
they're
gotcha.
wrong. Nah.
Sorry, keep going with your debaucherous trip
This is
to
probably not gonna
LVI.
be debaucherous for me. I'm probably gonna be lame. They talk about, they're like, yo, we get drunk off our asses every
Hell
year, and
yeah,
I'm like, man, I
dude.
don't drink, but fuck it, I'll come and hang out. And then
I don't drink, but I'll
told
go
me,
to the
they're like,
party.
listen, Tyler, if you go with us, you work so much, like this is vacation. You're not gonna talk about work. You're not gonna talk about your home life. You're not gonna talk about all this other shit that you talk about. Like you're in it. Like this is it. This is vacation. You ain't talking about any of that shit.
Damn.
And if we can, we're gonna get you blasted. And I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna work, but I mean, y'all can try.
I mean, if we'd had more time, that sounds exactly like what I was saying when you were with us. I was like, Tyler, look, it's your vacation for 24 hours. You're out of the state of New Jersey.
Honestly, like when I was with you guys, that felt like a vacation. Everything else, I was just like, I don't want to be here,
dude. Oh shit! You know what I was hoping you. It's probably a good thing because of how late it was that you didn't come after the.
I was
dinner
tired.
Thing. But Val, while I was in Atlantic City, bought me a copy of Catan.
Oh, shit.
So we finally own a copy, and I was like, "Oh my god, we can play Catan the first time ever with Tyler."
I played Catan for the first time, actually. 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah,
Oh,
that was
wow.
the first time I ever played Catan. I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was cool.
Oh, see, I played it years ago and almost punched Alvin in the face because we were getting so into it.
You
can.
That shit can ruin friendships if you're not
friendships.
careful.
Dude, it's like Mario Party, dude. You just want to fucking kill people. Dude, you took my sheep! Oh my god, that robber placement.
Yo, my one friend got fucking robber placed like fucking 3 times by the same motherfucker in one game. I was like, wow.
Dude, gotta troll the shit out of people. Just go for lots of development cards, get all the army cards, and just, you move the Rob.
The robber.
Rob.
Move the Rob.
And you just make them
God,
all
I can
kill
feel
themselves.
the friendship ending just
Rob.
listening to that.
Yeah, it's fucked
It's
up.
great.
It's even worse.
No, but it actually is really fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's a really fun thing.
Oh yeah, playing more Octopath Traveler.
Hell
That's
yeah.
if I get the chance to do any of
Donkeys. Donkey hated.
Donkey
For the
did hate
record,
Octopath Traveler.
He doesn't like JRPGs, and he also did a really bad job of explaining why the combat system is bad. So I understand it. No,
so it is
he
bad.
did a bad job of explaining why. Because, all right. I didn't want to talk about what I'm talking about right here.
Gotcha.
The core thing that makes battles go fast in Octopath is exploiting your enemy's weaknesses. And in the video he used to demonstrate how long a random encounter was, he not only had only one member in his party, which he shouldn't only have one if he's at level 20 in the game. The game scales enemies to you, so there is no such thing as a level 1 enemy. Enemies are always your level. So there's no point in grinding. And he ignored the weakness system, which will intentionally make matches take like 4 times as long.
Yeah.
He also did not have 4 party members, which the enemies are scaled up to. So the video he was using was a pretty bad representation of what it's really like to play.
Yeah, like after you get like 2 or 3,
after you get your third, the game starts flying. Combat's fast.
Combat for me takes like if I fought the enemy before, right? Like assuming I know weaknesses, right? And now that I have the black mage, I know weaknesses a lot better.
Oh yeah,
like,
once you know the weaknesses, you can
faster.
typically plan out like a 2-turn win.
Yeah, like it's pretty easy, especially like my setup. Like if you get like a rhythm down, right? If you're able to break everyone, and then like what I like to do is with what the hell is it? The warrior class, the fighter class, Ulrich, yeah, is like I just do a sweep. I like buff him. Yeah, and then I do the fucking sword sweep because he does a lot of goddamn damage.
Yep.
Because when they're weak,
that's a lot of damage.
It's a lot of
I'm
damage.
sorry, that was just perfect.
Because when they're weak, like when they're broken, then they're susceptible to any damage that they take. So even swords, like say someone is not weak to swords, they can take full damage. And like fucking Ulrich right now, like does like almost 300 fucking a hit. So he just does 300 across the board and like kills everyone. It's pretty great. But yeah, I think
this game was not meant for Donkey. It's a genre he already does not like, turn-based combat.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say he didn't get all the way through it, but he is kind of judging it based on misplaying the game.
Agreed. I
But
mean,
his opinion's valid. He's allowed to have this opinion, but I don't want people spouting that Octopath is bad because Donkey said it's bad.
all because Donkey said it was bad. And it's like, I mean, I feel the same way about what game did he like? He liked Undertale. He loved Undertale.
He loved
like,
I just watched
like,
his
he
Undertale video
beats
again
off
yesterday.
Yo,
over
as someone
Undertale.
who loves Undertale, fuck Undertale.
Yeah.
I love that game, but fuck it.
I'm not gonna give it a chance because I didn't like Earthbound.
Oh, Earthbound kind of sucks.
Earthbound I don't give a shit what anyone says. Like, I mean, like you agree with me, but I thought Earthbound sucked. I don't know why there's so much hype
I
over
understand why people like it, but it's
I
just
don't
didn't
get
have
it.
fun playing it.
I would rather just go play Pokemon.
Like, I'm not gonna complain about the graphics or whatever. I'm not gonna complain about the story. I just did not have fun playing Earthbound.
No, not at all. I thought the story was weird. Yeah, no, I love old games. I put together a RetroPie. You know, I've been gaming since the mid '90s, and you know what? I just didn't like it. But on to weeks though. That's it for me though. That's it for me. I'm boring. I got nothing going on as usual. Well, except LBI. If I die for some reason at LBI, you guys will know. If by some miracle I decide to drink, which I pretty much never do, and if I drink and if I get polluted, you guys will know. I will regale you the time of the one and only time,
hell yeah,
if I
dude.
can remember, if it ever gets to that point, but I highly doubt it.
Hell yeah, dude. Sounds awesome.
All right, Freeman, what do you got going on? You always got some shit going on.
No, there's
always
actually
something.
nothing going on in my life right now.
You're full of shit.
I'm trying to get out of the Guild Wars rating scene. I'm getting kind of sick of the way
You've
things
been
are
saying
turning.
that for months.
No, I've done it. I managed to cut my time down that I'm only actually playing this for 2 nights a week for less than 3 hours in a session, where I'm just like, all right, well, peace out. I'm not going to raid for 7 hours straight anymore. So I'm down to playing that game less than 6 hours a week. I want to see if I can cut it more. But
Whoa.
thanks to all this new free time I suddenly have, I have way more time for anime. So I'm trying to catch up on some of the stuff.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I want to watch all of Megalobox in the next week or two.
Yeah, please.
Are you still sitting on the last episode waiting
Yes.
for me? I've got 6 more to watch. I got to at least finish, what's it called? First season of Voltron by the end of this week, or I know Tim will destroy me. And then
Who gives a shit?
Look, I don't have to threaten anything. You know who's the real threat is.
Look, man, our conversation was less about me and Voltron and more about how I've dragged Val down into the pit of anime hell.
Yeah, but guess what's going to happen once Haikyuu's done? Then it's going to be, well, we finished Haikyuu. What are you doing about Voltron?
I'm playing Guild Wars. That's what's going on.
I'm playing Guild Wars.
You know it's going to come. I don't know why
Dude,
you're
this
looking
is
at me.
A lot of episodes.
You know this is coming.
Listen,
Yeah, I know.
I didn't
So is
expect to watch
Haikyuu.
30 in a day.
Val can't hurt Freeman.
Well.
All right, she's 6 hours away.
You think that, Tyler?
Fucking
find a way
teleports
if she's good
behind
enough.
Freeman. Oh me wamo.
Oh my,
Oh my wamo.
Nani.
Oh my god. I saw an amazing one of those on fucking Reddit yesterday.
The Fox video, because that was
Oh my
great.
fucking god.
What?
That was the
Fox-
best video
What?
All right,
I have ever seen.
We're getting off topic, and we got to end this.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh
what was it?
shit!
No,
No, you
I-
gotta
know.
see it because I don't think me and Freeman. I only showed it to Freeman because I knew he'd understand. We'll show it. We'll
All right,
show it after.
we'll find this.
No,
Okay.
I don't think
okay,
anyone
fine, after,
is
that's
gonna
fine.
really know. It's a Melee reference.
I'm trying to
If-
see if this video's on YouTube or something.
It is on YouTube.
Oh no, that's not the one. You mean when you say Fox, you mean
Yeah.
from Smash?
The Fox Link video.
Yeah, no, it's not the one I was thinking of. It's not the
No,
one I was
alright, yeah,
thinking of anyway.
If any listeners are interested in said video, I can post it in the comments. just
Definitely
let
do
me
it.
know. Yeah.
All right, Freeman, what else you got? So we can
That's
call this
it.
to a
I'm
close.
just gonna watch anime, play Octopath Traveler, ignore my Guild Wars 2 squad. That's it. That's my
Japanese games only, boys.
week. Japan only.
Yeah,
Damn it.
Yeah, but that's it for the weeb shit.
sounds good. and the
yeah, that's
and
my
the
week. My week
podcast.
is
So,
week.
and we had no comments on the one last week. I checked already.
damn.
So, well, we had comments but no
Okay.
questions. So, all right, I think that's gonna do it. So maybe next week we'll have a topic. Maybe not.
Depends how
Who
much
the
we
fuck
ramble.
knows? We've been tending to ramble on a lot, but me and Freeman are going to try to take care of all the magic stuff that might
Yeah.
come up, unless something disastrous happens.
Best
Monday or
believe I
Tuesday. We
will
should
be
get it all out of the
napping.
way on Sunday. Oh my god. Yeah, Tyler will be napping so hard he won't even. It'll be like he wasn't even
Exactly.
there. It's crazy. Hold on. I have to do one final check to see if any of the new shitty land cards that are going to piss everybody off have been
It's-
spoiled.
This Hydra was printed, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't look like it. Yeah, that was already
Yeah,
spoiled
that's
a
it.
while ago. All right. Well, thank you all so much for listening to this, whatever it is. Until next time, my name is
I'm Friedman.
Timpedia,
Just Tyler.
and we will catch you guys next week. Thanks for listening.